Welcome back to Getting Work, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Jarrett, hanging out here with my boy Ian. It's a Tuesday.
It is. It's going to take some getting used to.
Feels like a Monday. No, I know. I was like, damn, I'm getting on here, like, because I'm doing stuff for this like school program thing, and I'm on. I'm like halfway paying attention. I'm like, it doesn't feel right. This is the only thing that happens when you do like you do your work from like the same setup that you're doing like the streaming on, because I've
been here forever.
I ain't got room for that. I ain't got room for that mess. Like kick my like when my girl if I'm like in my 50s still streaming, and after the girls move out, maybe I'll convert like a room, or basically set up like my stream stuff up there somewhere,
so you can at least move.
So then I can have like my
your work cave and your man cave.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of like halfway talking to some people, and I was kind of halfway watching Sis stream last night and kind of commenting on that while we were kind of doing a bunch of stuff, and like I was like, something don't feel right.
Something is off here.
Monday.
Let there be light.
Yeah, what's up, Seth?
Here we go.
He's got the Naruto. Oh, just got your computer?
Oh, nice.
Or just got on my computer. Yeah, see, Ian and I were talking about PC builds and stuff like that for him before we were getting on stream.
Yeah. Much needed. I'm going to push mine off a cliff. I can't really be mad at it. The machines are old as dirt. Twitch. When was Twitch created? It was definitely, these machines are older than Twitch. I almost guarantee they're older than Twitch.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me send this over to the split. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, actually, wait a minute. I think I might have told you the wrong place. I think I was looking at Conla at first.
Oh.
I'm in.
Is the other C one?
It's the like third one.
It's the one near the dragon.
It's Cold Raid. Yeah, I'm just running around. I try to find a place with like some reds to a 50. Main thing, I'm trying to get my warden leveled up, and yeah, so we're in Cold Raid. There you go. That's the spot.
Yay.
Okay, let me.
I am also here.
We could do POC.
Would you want? Oh, all right.
What were you gonna say?
No, well, I was gonna say if we weren't doing that type of thing, it'd be better for me to probably bring my champ to help you, because he could actually. He's a 50.
No, that's okay. But yeah, we could do POC if we can get in there and
actually
get in and get through. Where now they've redone the RVR stuff, haven't they? Like it's the old Frontiers, not the new Frontiers.
Oh, like old E-main and stuff?
I believe so.
Well, that's interesting.
So is POC still...
Is it still there?
That's a good question.
Because it definitely was not a old Frontiers thing.
Not necessarily.
They may still have a way to port. Maybe they built a special
okay. Sith's gonna look at it.
Okay.
All right. In the meantime.
Yeah, I was like, let me get things a little bit better set up over here so I can see.
Gonna put all the protects and things on you now. And here we go. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
All right. Is there anything that I need to? Damage shield. The hotness.
Yep. Yay. Nope.
What color are these to you in here?
Red.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back a little bit just so that hopefully we don't
Attract any
attract too
extras.
many extras. Yeah. Yeah, stay back. I'm not actually as worried about my warden because when he's 45 and 2 he's a warden, so I mean, you know, he can take a punch or two if he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, there goes one tree. Is that cat neutral?
I was wondering because all of a sudden he just appeared in my
Yeah.
screen, and let's just say that was a little unnerving. Yeah, he is. But
Okay.
that tree up the hill is not.
Okay, that's good to know.
Well, I say that. Yeah, no, he's not. Oh, hey, I hit these. I can hit these.
Can you try? Let's see if you can actually pull it and I can like
Oh, yeah.
actually prompt it, like taunt it away from you. So that'll be a little bit easier. Okay, there's
Got two
two.
coming though.
Okay, got it, got it. Yep, I'm on it.
But it is good to know that I can actually do something with them. It's not much damage, but damage is damage at the end of the day.
Dang right.
Do you need crack?
No.
Okay.
What I need is endo,
Ah,
but I
do
have
not
a
that.
have a potion for that. It's just
Fortunately, that is the one that comes back the fastest, though.
yeah. See, I'm already back up. Here, we're gonna pick on this poor little kitty again.
You're gonna eventually make him aggressive.
Probably, but that's okay. What are these guys up here? Okay.
Purple to me.
The red to me, they just also look like they might come in packs.
Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely, they do. The goblin-looking things, I'm clearing out my inventory. I'm assuming you're talking about the goblin-looking things up the hill. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at those. I was like, those look like goblins from lions.
Mm-hmm.
Taller ones, but same basic family.
Pretty much. Yeah, they don't usually come out solo.
They roll deep.
Yeah. That guy, there we go. That's what I need.
That's right, I gotta be careful. You're not a pally. You don't have that heal chant.
I don't have the heal chant, but I am using my taunting style for the most part on it. But
yeah,
I'm kind of intermixing it with other things.
What I was, the one that you had hit, the second one, I was gonna dot it twice and just have that sitting on there, and I'm like, I better be careful with that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's a cat again. Come here.
I was gonna say I can pull. I don't mind pulling.
Nice. Did you get it figured out? Is it a thing right now?
I say we go out there and just start wandering around, see what happens. Is this it? Hello? Knock on random doors.
Okay. So again, I guess the question is where do we need to do? We go to the same
place?
Because I'm assuming it's not going to be. I haven't been out since they've changed things over. This is like the first one I'm getting on. Oh, you're jumping. Okay. It's going back to normal tomorrow. Okay. That's good to know. Okie dokie. I'll kill the cat one more time at least.
I was going to say, are we leaving or are we?
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
It's not like this is going to be super fast.
No. But I've been leveling a pally and a third, so speed is relative.
I'm trying to remember, where do we find out if we have DF or not?
/ realm.
That's the one, right?
And at the bottom, we do.
Yeah, if anything else, we can go to Darkness Falls.
My pally and third. No, that's right. I died. They were still in there. You know, pulse. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I just got close enough. Yeah, I got like a couple level 10s on there right now, just kind of mucking around. I Haven't done anything major heavy on Al. I haven't started any mids on Celestius.
Yeah, me either. I figured Alb, I was just kind of playing in the off time. If you weren't on, or Sith wasn't on, I was just kind of playing them. Seemed like Hib was the route everybody was taking. So
right.
see my Bulls find a way to lose to the Kings last night.
No, I didn't.
It was bad. They were down 20 in the first half.
Oh, good grief.
I think. They ended up coming back in the fourth because the Kings are a bad team. They were down by like 1, maybe 2. But it's hard to spot a team 20-point leads and expect to come back.
Yeah. That's rough for anybody.
Yeah. I'll just be glad when we're not playing as a half a team. Caruso's back. He's not quite in 100% shape, you can tell, but he's back, which is big.
Oh, heck yeah.
Lonzo's still out. Zach's not right. I think he's just being safe right now, which I don't blame him. But you can tell his knee is bothering him.
Right.
I'm used to Zach rolling through the lane and, it's Zach. He's just going to jump up over somebody. And he's just not doing it. You can tell he goes up and he can, because he's athletic, he can kind of get up there. No, I'm sorry. It's more because he's tall, not so athletic anymore. Because you can tell, like, the athleticism isn't there right now. He's not doing that where he just would float in the air. It's not that anymore. There were a few plays before he took some time off about a month ago. But the game before he did that, I thought he was like legitimately hurt in that game. He went up for a dunk wide open by the time, like all by himself. They throw an alley-oop to him. And when I say he barely dunked it, I mean he fingertipped it. And I'm like, something's wrong. Zach, what's going on, man?
Yeah. What in the heck is going on, Piglet?
Piglet, hey. How are you, man? It's been forever.
Yeah, I'm actually working on my second 50 here on Celestius.
Yeah, we're on Celestius. We're not on live right now.
How's it going, man?
Here comes the money.
How have you been? Oh, hey, Piglet, coming in.
Thanks. Well, thanks. It's thanks, Sif, with the gifted sub.
Yep.
Working. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that all too well.
That's why we're on a Tuesday.
We're gonna be a little weirdly scheduled for a while.
Yeah. What's going on, Dripsy?
Dripsy, how you been? Oh man, we haven't. Everybody, maybe we should have been streaming on Tuesdays more.
Maybe.
Sis said he might hop on Al.
Okay. Oh, we've been doing good, man. Doing good.
Yeah. Working like crazy, like Piglet was pointing out. working like crazy. Just trying to keep up with stuff.
Yeah, he sounded out the fur.
Fur.
I'll tell you what. You wanna hop on Alb? I might do.
Honestly, that's why I've been kind of trying to chug along and get my pally up. I figured he was going to be useful. To help y'all.
Been working and grinding Twitch. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at new systems so that I can not have to bug Jared all the time. So I can at least do some stuff on this side without it progressively dying as the stream goes. I've had it where it was like almost 400 followers.
Rats,
heck yeah.
dude.
That's awesome. That is
no
awesome.
doubt. So I'm almost thinking, I'm trying to think now. Do I want to do a fryer or a reaver on Alp first?
So I've got legitimately, I made the pally to hopefully be able to help everybody else out.
Sure.
So that's all he's for. So let me get
making a cabbie.
All the way out.
Nice.
Yeah, he was making a cabbie. I've got a cabbie, of course. He's not leveled at all.
I could make a reaver. I could make a reaver and a cleric to hang out.
Yeah, give me a second. I will.
if Ian just randomly drops off, we know what's going on. Well, it'd be just your game machine, probably.
Yeah, it would just be the game machine.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. But wait, there's more. All right, you're loading. You're contemplating. Life is so far so good.
Make him a cleric. Name him Concord, because
hey,
that's what you do. Message for you, sir.
Oh, this is what you said.
That works.
All right. And because I've never loaded it on this machine, I get to set my toolbars again. That's
oh, well, yeah.
always exciting.
Yeah, exactly. You have 5 accounts. I've got 4, but only 2 that I've really been able to really done anything on. Like, seriously done anything on.
Yeah, I was telling Jared that was the one thing I was definitely not going to do, because then I would be tempted to actually use 5 accounts at which time my computers would catch on fire.
All right. Let's load that up. Albion in the house. Heck yeah. Let's get it somewhat, like, some semblance of normalcy here. Chopstick or fork? Is that DA? Anytime I see chopstick, it's like
yeah, that's just your default. It has to be.
All right, let's look here. Manager, let me get my mini group thing. There we go. Well, it really isn't that mini. It's kind of a chungus window for a mini. Do all the things. All right.
Need all the things.
All the things. Not some of them. All of them. All right. Let me stick to my Reaver. And
what's your Reaver's name?
Akodama.
Oh Lord. And spell. How do you spell?
AK. Man, don't you?
No, I can't spell. You know I don't spell.
No, I'm just saying. You don't know. You don't like. No, like AKEL.
EL.
Yeah, the Cabby's got Sif's got me.
Oh, you're in a group.
So yeah, Sif just picked me up, and then Concord. Yeah, I think Concord, and then just let him know who yours is.
All right, let me get out of a group then. All right, so mine. First off, let me get. I'm probably not showing up, am I? Yeah. Okay. So let me share the screen again. Give me a sec. Share.
Anyway, Akodama in Hebrew translates to the blood fields. It's the Hebrew name for the potter's field that Judas Iscariot paid his 30 silver.
That's why that sounds familiar. I'm sitting there like, that sounds so familiar for some reason. Yes. Yeah, the third, and where he threw it and jumped off and tried to kill himself. Pretty much. And I mean, there's like a zillion, like post tales, because it's not like 100% clear in the Bible how it went down. No.
But like there's a bunch of like anecdotal stuff about like how it all went down. But one of them is that, yeah, he spent 30 silver on a potter's field. And it was just like, it was basically like a potter's field back in the day. It was like basically where they would bury foreigners.
Right.
And so, anyway, Julanx Petrus, of course. Duh. There we go. Petrus. It's like trying to.
That was a good job. That was excellent.
It's not as well as you did with the fur.
I thought fur was.
Fur was all right. Right. Which guy am I on now? Okay, I'm on my Reaver. Good grief. This is a big trick. Is getting
Piglet, come join us,
adjusted
man.
To like okay, so those are instas. Okay, let me put those 6 7 for now. And then, okay, what am I actually holding? Okay, nothing. So I got to find okay, here's the weapons master. Okay, perfect. All right. Accept. Yep. And now, I don't care because I'm not going to use any of those. Oh, thanks for popping on. Oh, yeah, let me also get on this guy. The same thing.
While you're doing that, hey, Dripsy, what have you been streaming lately?
Oh, actually, yeah, let me, Drip ZY. See.
Yeah.
Oops. But I still got to type it right.
Who is this cabbie stuff? That could be anybody. I was told not to accept random invites from strangers.
Yeah. Okay, that's all good. Okay.
For the first time ever, I'm the highest level in the group. Necro stuff.
Nice. Put that right there. That right there. Good enough. Just put a heal here. Smite here. Oh, that's just a buff. All right. Look, I have no styles. I can't really do much melee wise, but the first spell I get is a melee buff.
Solid.
Yeah, you know.
That's good. By the way, am I sharing the right screen?
I can't tell which character, but I can see gameplay.
Hang on, we're gonna fix that real quick.
I want you to
Do you
come over.
still see my pally?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can't tell. I can't tell you which one it is. Like, it's a big.
Oh,
it's
no.
a big one.
It's not. Nope. That's my third.
Okay.
I made him.
I didn't think. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think half ogres could be pallies.
That would be pretty cool though. But no, that's what I thought. Best laid plans. All right. Give me a second.
Yeah, no sweat. While you're doing that, I can get my weapon skills here. I need the skills. Girls like guys with skills.
I got skills.
Got skills, man. So let me talk to the hastener. Okay. Make sure I talk to them again. All right. I'm stuck. The cabbie stuff.
All right. So I am currently standing. Is this the best place to be? I'm not sure because I just got to the point where I need to transition to a new camp. So where I am right now is the Pride Keep, the bridge, right? You know, if you're going out toward West Downs and all that.
Oh, Pride Room Keep.
Pride Room Keep, but the bridge.
Yeah, right. Where the mudmen are up in that hill.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
there are boulders up on the hill.
Been a minute since I've been out there.
Right? That I was actually like kind of weirdly excited, like, oh, this is like old times. Yeah, I stayed on this hill as a cabbie forever.
All right, heck yeah, let's do it.
Necro stuff.
All right, now this whole like swapping between two on one screen is just like
weirdly enough, much more natural for me because that is how I played for the longest time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be hopping on into Discord here in just a second. I'm just trying to get this guy. Okay. Because, yeah, you are southeast of me, so I just need to go this way. Okay. Yeah, once I get parked, then I'll move us over to, Oh, wait a minute. If I don't get destroyed by pixies first.
Oh, yeah. There's some random stuff that was not... They're mobs where they were not mobs before.
Okay, I may have to.
You need me to come get you?
No. I just may need to do this separately as opposed to doing the follow over.
Oh, gotcha.
Hold up. We'll be hopping in there in just like a second. Because, yeah, that hill is across the bridge here. And then... And then. Okay. Yeah, I see you. Then I can get my other guy. Okay, yeah, let me release.
I guess I could have come over there and res you. I forget I have a res now.
Nah, it's all right. I can. Said I can.
Sith is testing out the release timer for his Necro, so.
Okay. Here we go. And where are these fools? Which one? General. Okay.
It's you just have to have everything maxed out with rings. You can't just level up a character. You can't like start your characters to level up and expect to be able to do anything.
No, hell no.
Even
That
if you have
field block is
five,
critical.
yeah.
You know what? I don't have my buffs. Let me go get those.
You want me on Scald or Healer?
Whichever way you want to level.
Damn it. Okay, I can't get anywhere near those pixies.
Yep. Yeah, they like you from a long distance.
All right, where y'all at?
Meat Scunna.
Stick this.
Base elements. I'll walk back across here and get some buffs. Be right back.
You would.
I would. What's going on, man?
What's up? Just getting ready to fucking go home. 24-hour drive back across the country.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Been talking about going home for like 3 months.
Well, and then by the time he gets there, he'll figure out what class he wants to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
or will he? Will he? That's
Maybe.
the real question.
Place
Hey,
bets
I do
now.
know which New World
state?
class I
Which
wanna
state
play.
will he
It's
be
none of
in
them.
when he has the epiphany of which class to play?
No, I did finally pick my New World weapon class, you know.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
There you go.
None of them.
An eternity later. Well, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
8.
None of them.
Somebody fighting? I gotta get mine.
Not one, not two, but zero.
My pet buffed up.
Okay, well. Put on this gear that I got. That would help.
I mean, it's more of a suggestion.
Minor details. Minor details. You're in this guy. Oh, I can't wear blade, of course.
All right, we got 6 of this. Let's go.
Yo, Joel, next time you kill something, I need to get buffs.
Say
It won't
again.
let me. It won't let me
While
get
you're
buffs.
fighting, he can't get buffs.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
no. So whenever you're done, just let me know.
Yep, we'll be inside.
Good luck.
So at some
All right,
point.
might be able to pull these skeletons.
All right.
Try it.
I'm still working on hotbars, so
All right, I'm done.
don't expect anything.
All right. I just got 20 seconds. Yo, my character's just leveled from all the way over here. I guess that's every zone, bro. You don't have to be there. Technically, you just leave
maybe.
the Lobby behind.
I know it's ridiculously a ridiculous long. It's not like it used to be where you had to almost be shaking hands.
Right.
But it's
All right.
not,
You're good.
I don't know if it's the whole zone. Because I want to say that I left a character over in COTS and I couldn't get anything from him. Or wasn't getting anything, rather.
Your damage shield on, bud.
Dude, alright, I was trying to see, these things hit for way more. And the focused shell thing, or spirit shell thing doesn't even matter.
It says 5%.
It doesn't change the damage on them.
Oh, I see.
Bro, did you guys see the announcement for this Thursday?
Mm-mm.
15 minutes of gameplay of Hogwarts Legacies.
Eh.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
One of these days, I
To be
should
real
watch
with
that
you.
little movie trilogy. Or not
Oh,
really trilogy. How many
no,
was it?
God,
6,
it's like-
8, 10? 10,
It's like
10 movies?
10 movies.
How many movies
something
are
like
there?
that.
Huh? It's probably something like 10,
It's-
legitimately, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait,
Good
bro. That shit's gonna be lit.
Can I fight, by the way?
Yeah.
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 Bang good.
Okay. All right.
I'm almost to you. I'm bringing a posse. Like, look behind you.
I'm one of them. I'm like right with you.
we had
I
the
got
whole,
a pet, another pet,
whole crew here.
Jared the pet.
Pretty much.
Some of these guys, they aren't even in the group yet because they're already like level 20 or whatever.
Don't touch that yet.
Uh-oh. Stick my healer to me and get ready to run away. Oh yeah, there's a couple more.
Run away.
You knew that had to be said.
You good? It's 100% XP. It's just gonna be slow at first.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
It's working.
This guy's
Once you get the heals
pretty
going.
tough.
Yeah.
He's pretty tough, but he's not a fast killer
Alright,
by
let me
any
pop
stretch.
this down.
Look at this. I actually should use taunt. Gotten so used to not using taunt, you know?
Oh, that's a close spawn. Uh-oh. Incoming.
Start doing the Jared thing. Hey, over
There's
here,
that
over
number,
here. Look at
everybody.
me. Look at me.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. Let's see.
I can
Nobody?
tell you,
Nobody?
it gets
No
addictive.
takers? Huh?
It gets addictive.
You can't hit me. What are you talking about?
Okay, let's-
Oh, come on. fuck.
That'll get it. Hold on.
Well, there's that.
Here.
Oh,
I have a. Well, you have a cleric too, but I have a cleric here as well.
We're gonna try a different one just to be able to pull more because these things are taking quite a bit, and I run out of power pretty much every fight.
Dang.
I'll
Go.
get you up in 1 second.
yeah, no problem. That's what I get for looking at my other
As
character.
soon as I tried to, my taunt wasn't back up yet.
Let's go back up here and then cut back around. I realized Mastery of Focus I really thought used to do for pets, but it doesn't work for pets on this.
This guy back for a little bit.
I can buff him a little bit.
Yeah, you can.
It's not like he was doing much anyway.
Not with that attitude.
No, it's not. No, not gonna happen. Let's see.
Whoa. There's a bunch of those elitist jerks around.
Yo, they stole our guild name. Assholes. My back on live, I had that guild, Elitist Jerks, me, Noble, and a few others. I invited my brother to it last time we were on live.
I like how it looks like I'm about to Kamehameha somebody when I cast this AoE while I'm running. Oh, dude. Trying to make me jump off a cliff. Back to these dickheads.
Yeah, these ones didn't hit as hard, so we're gonna try this out. I got a minute left on the power funnel. I'm just gonna wait for it to go up.
Where are you guys camped?
We're out in Skona.
Or on mid?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go, Jules.
Thanks, man.
Yo, what if it was like WoW where you could invade the other person's area instead of going into the frontier like a bunch of Hibs fucking raid Muarn?
So you know what the funny thing was? When I stopped my live subscription, that was one of the questions they asked. Would you continue if you could raid the homelands of each realm?
Oh, that'd be thick as hell.
If you guys didn't read one of the most recent notes that they put out, dev notes, they're coming out with a brand new server that's going to have different rule sets compared to what Wordred used to have and all that.
Yeah, a new
It
server.
honestly could be a freaking invasion server.
That'd be tight as hell, dude.
Yeah.
The thing is do they have the population for that now?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I mean, it's just a sad truth. I mean, it sucks,
No.
but like, at the end of the day, you gotta
About
be
10
realistic
years
about
late.
it.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and like, you know, I'll be beneficial to the topic. Yeah, okay. Some people might come back, but is it gonna keep them there for long?
Like
Might
once
be
you
just
do
be
it
like a
once.
cow donkey
Okay,
thing
let
where
me
you
take
gotta
my
get on.
screenshot of my Hib standing next to, Camelot. But okay.
Yeah,
now we're
bro.
done.
I wanna be able to kill the king.
Yeah.
When they
I'm
have
gonna
that-
raid in fucking Jordheim.
They had that in, because there's videos of people raiding the cities. Was that just on Mordred or just Gaheris? They could do that?
Well, early on it was because there were holes you could actually get through. I remember like one of the first few days I was
that sounds
on.
right.
Huh?
I said that sounds right. Go ahead.
It seems like I remember somebody from the first few days got through and they were just running around and out killing people, green ganking.
No, shit, dude. These things are hitting twice as fucking.
When you get a chance, Ian, put protecting guard on me.
Oh shoot, I thought I did that.
Am I good?
Bad tank. Bad tank.
I thought I had. I swore I had. What did I click? What buttons did I hit? Those were clearly not the buttons I was. Let's do that again.
Yo, Kyrie dropped a 60 piece.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why.
These guys die a little faster, at least.
Yeah, no, I figured these are gonna be better. It's just
I just want to shoot bolts out of my damn neighbors. A bolt and a AoE. Timer sucks too. They're like 4-second timer or whatever. We moved up a little bit. Dude, they're gonna spawn on top of you right there, probably. All these other fellas here. Like that guy. That feller.
Who are you, by the way? Which that's your Reaver.
Yeah.
Reaver can wear. He can't wear a plate, can
I
he?
can't wear I can't wear a plate, but I can wear chain.
All right. I was just gonna try to see what stuff I had, if I had anything. And you're gonna go flexible. Haven't gotten any of that.
Well, the one I have is still
You do
purple to me, so
Okay.
hold on for a bit. Do.
Woo! We did it. My next chamber, one more level, damn it. Old. Old of death.
Hope everyone's having a good time tonight.
So where are they? Where are you at, Pickle?
Hold up, I had us deafened. I had us deafened so we could talk to chat for a little bit, and then you started talking to them. We might have to switch over to a different Discord channel just because you guys have got different stuff going on.
Oh yeah, true.
Which one are we going to?
Just drop over to Dayak 1.
That one.
There we go.
No, so I was just saying, did you get to see that clip I sent you?
Which clip? When?
It's in your disc. Go look at your Discord messages.
Okay.
I clipped it from my chat, from my stream deck last night. But RIP to Riddle. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, okay. When I get a chance, yeah, later.
Yeah, we didn't really chat. I mean, we chatted offline talking about Scott Hall.
Oh
a little
yeah.
bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like I said, he was when I got back and like as the young kid, I watched wrestling, sneak and watch it because my parents hated wrestling. But when I was old enough where I was actually like legitimately getting it back into it, and I mean, he was such a huge part. It was him because I came back in basically during the heyday of wrestling. Come here. No, you come here. The NWO had, I believe they had started. I think they had just started though. and I popped over to WWE to see what was going on, and there was these two blonde-headed dudes that I had no idea who they were exactly.
Yeah, you started in really late relative to kind of our age range.
Oh yeah, no,
'Cause
absolutely.
I remember the
You remember the bad guy, like truly the bad guy.
yeah, I remember Razor Ramon. I remember the MSG incident. I remember the very first ladder match in WWE between him and HBK.
Sean. Yeah.
I mean, I remember when, you know, after MSG, because he and Nash were leaving.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why they did the whole
they were piecing
thing.
out.
And so, and the way the contract worked, Hall went first. So Hall was the one that was the first one to show up.
Yeah.
And it's pre-NWO, but it was basically the beginning of the Outsiders, because they were the outsiders to WCW. They
Right.
were coming in and basically saying that they were going to take over things, and then it just started to just
I have a
build
big friend,
up
all
from
that
there.
stuff.
Yep.
Big friend.
You know who I am.
Yeah,
but
I liked
you
how his accent always came in with.
know
It was
why I'm here. And it dropped off after a while, but when he first came in, he
did.
came in right with the Razor Ramon accent and
Yeah,
everything.
he
and
was
then
Razor.
yeah. And then
There was probably some legal thing in behind the scenes. They were like, "So help me, that dude cannot speak with that accent. We know who that is."
well, actually what it was that Bischoff hated gimmicks.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
You know, certain
I thought
ones
it was
he'd
a-
allow in, but he definitely, with the whole NWO thing, that's why he wanted people to go off of, you know, if not their true to form real names, like a real name that somebody would have, you know.
Would have a first and a last name.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a normal human being.
Even if it was kind of a nickname, that was fine, but not a gimmick. And
Yeah.
so that was
Well,
the
this
big
was a guy
thing
like
there.
Sting, who'd been there, and it was
Well,
established.
yeah, Sting was Sting. You weren't going to touch
Yeah.
Sting. But yeah, he wasn't, like I say, it wasn't like he never had any, but he, especially for the whole NWO thing, he did not want it to be a gimmick filled group. He wanted it to be like legit people.
To be honest, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense,
Especially
for
looking
where
at,
things were headed.
Exactly. Well, also where things were, you got to understand, this was like really still coming off the tail end of like from the 80s, and then as it got more into the 90s, then the gimmicks just started getting insane
Stupid.
in the WWE. Like
Yeah.
with like, I mean, like Repo Man,
Yeah.
freaking
IRS.
Skinner, well, and even IRS was even later than all of that. I mean, it was just dumb. And so yeah, Bischoff was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Not doing this.
And so-
The garbage man.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
I think that was a legitimate one. That's like a real one.
It wasn't. I don't recall a garbage man, but they had the Repo Man, and
Maybe
they
that's what I'm
had
thinking Repo Man was the one with the like. Who was the one that had like the mask? and
that was he
everything?
had like for no reason had like a thief's mask.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
yeah,
not-
because I'm
because
like,
That's not even what a Repo Man is.
What is-
Like
that's just a thief.
exactly. It was
If somebody
stupid.
shows up at your house with a little mask, he's not working with anybody.
It was
he's not
stupid.
working with
So yeah, that was basically the gist of it. He wanted to get back to, well, and not even exactly back to like old school NWA, but more like it than what WWE had gotten to, you know, because it was just. And Bischoff didn't even come from wrestling originally. He came from TV production and stuff like that, and then
Right.
got into like I guess in I think Minnesota. Anyway, he'd kind of gotten into it and was kind of like an announcer and stuff for wrestling for a while, and that's how he kind of got into the business. But he hated the gimmicks. He's just like, no.
I don't know. I get that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, wrestling for me, what goes jumps is like a major time warp because I go from blonde hair to basically it can be based solely around Sting. I go from blonde hair, spiky haired Sting to full on Crow. Not like, and there's no transition, there's no nothing else. That dude is wearing yellow pants with a black scorpion on it and a spiky haircut, losing to Flair because of his manager all the time. To the point where I wasn't sure it was the same guy. Like, legitimately, I'm like get all close to the screen. Like, I think because you wouldn't see him long anyhow. So he was just in and out to begin with. I do have blonde hair. That is not. I think somebody else's Sting now.
Well, and that was Scott Hall's idea.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
100% Scott Hall just saying, "Hey, let's do the Crow. Let's
So much stuff that Hall
Oh yeah.
had his fingerprints on.
Yeah.
And was even though storyline wise, I always wondered this, and you will be able to speak to it better than me. Storyline wise, you know, Hogan and Hall and Nash are always linked and they're always together. Hogan doesn't seem like the type Hall would hang out with to have a drink.
He wasn't.
Nash, sure, but Hogan doesn't like. Is he though? Is that the guy? Is that your boy?
No.
Because you see their philosophies in life as far as their real personas.
Yeah.
Were so totally different. Hall was all about bring the next dude up. 1, 2, 3, kid. Hey, good to meet you.
Right.
You're gonna win. You're gonna be,
Hogan
storyline
was all-
wise, this makes more sense.
Hogan was all, well, that ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Brother. Yeah. Racist bastard. Anyhow. So yeah. Yeah, I look back at that and I always kind of, it's part of me is kind of sad that he had to be, not had to be. I mean, he made millions of dollars off of it, so I'm not gonna it was so sad. But occasionally, you like for people that are trying to help other people and himself. I mean, hey, it's business, right?
Oh no, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't dumb enough to bury himself to push somebody else up, but he had no problems pushing someone up.
Then again, to be fair, I was stunned to hear this. He's never won a world title.
No.
It was the goofiest thing.
It was on purpose.
Yeah, Joel,
Sure
can you
he
invite
did.
my heretic right next to you whenever you get a sec?
Oh yeah.
Sorry. To
Yep.
interrupt.
Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Just need to invite. Something about the world title.
Oh,
Yeah, number one.
it was on purpose because they needed somebody to bring legitimacy to the Intercontinental title.
Well, I mean, even when he went to WCW,
Oh no,
you know what I mean, with all the craziness that was happening at that point.
Yeah, with that's a bit more nuanced. That one, I think it was a carryover. I don't think Hall necessarily cared about being the world title guy. Then you also had Hulk in the mix, which complicated things.
He's gonna hold on to it.
But then it made more sense if it was going to go to either between him or Nash. It made more sense for it to go to Nash. And then I think by the time it kind of got to the point where they might decide to actually put the world strap on him, that's when he started having all the issues.
Sure.
So it was just a culmination of things altogether.
Yeah. Even at the time when they were having him come out drunk, I was like, this isn't right. Like, this is not. This is even storyline, and I'm all about a stupid storyline. Like but fine. You know what? This is the storyline. This is what we're going with. I think you and I differ on that. You'll still always go with well, not always. I don't want to speak for you, but you lean more toward the realism, and I'm like, I want the story. I will believe the story if it's a good story. If you tell me Ric Flair's a bad dude and he's good at being a bad dude, he's a bad dude. Like to this day, still, me and Flair.
I guess what was it?
And the funny thing is, I totally agree with you. Like deep down, he doesn't.
Like
it's not really.
I haven't been a mark for wrestling in that way since I was 11.
Yeah.
So
and I'm
it's like I've been like
this.
out of that.
There's a little bit of not all the time. Of course, I'm like, okay, now let's take it off. Obviously, this guy, I would like for him to go and work at AEW or WWE, or whatever it is, because that would be good for him. With that said, I think I lose. For me, it feels like I lose a little bit of the magic, so to speak. Like I peek behind the curtain. I've seen it now. I know how the sausage is.
And see, that's to me is like, that's what I like about it the most is, and that's why I listen to like guys like Cornette or like some of the guys that have been back behind the scenes of things. Mm-hmm. Now, especially now, you got those guys that are only like willing to talk about it now, because they were so dedicated to kayfabe, they weren't going to talk about it forever, and now they're finally actually really kind of peeling that curtain behind. Man, I can listen to that shit all day.
Well, now I don't mind it. I love it when it comes to old school stuff, and old school being, well, basically the stuff we were just talking about, like NWO, and that's all old school. So DX and the Click and stuff like that. I'm more so meaning like in the moment. In the moment, I'm like, I kind of like this. It's hard not to know the backstory.
Sure.
Now, but I kind of like not like just if I look at it like this, I feel like I'm doing a disservice. If I go in to see a Marvel movie, obviously, these people are not real. I know this guy's an actor. I know, and I know it's different, but I'm still kind of going with that same. I try to go with that same mindset to enjoy the performance that they're putting on. And I mean that not disrespectfully in any way to any wrestler, or but that's what it is.
Right.
Like trying. I want to enjoy the show that I'm watching as a show. Now, do I want Cody to come back to WWE and do all these crazy things? Sure. Do I want him to make a whole bunch of money? Sure. What the heck?
Do you really want him to come back though?
Huh?
Think about that though. Do you really want him to come back though in this state of just knowing how badly screwed up the creative team is? Do you think that there's a chance if he comes back that it tanks worse than if it would have happened, say, however long ago, right? Like let's just say
back
at the time if he would have never left,
Wars and all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To be honest with you, yes, because this is where I look at somebody like Cody, and for him to come back, he's not coming back begging. You know what I mean? So if he's dumb enough is sort of the word I have to go with here. Sometimes you can get in a situation and it's not what you thought. I get that. Totally understand that. But you can get that stuff also. Some of that you can get some creative control. He's coming in from a position of power. The WWE would love to have him to stick it to AEW. If that's a Vince McMahon kind of deal. You know what? Oh, you think you're going to mess with us? Oh, we're going to go take your biggest guy.
Well, so that's my argument there. Cody, I don't think Cody was their biggest guy anymore. I don't think Cody was as much of a get as that
Kenny
would prove out to be. Not now that they have Punk and they have Bryan Danielson.
Oh, sure.
And they have
no.
some of those guys.
Absolutely.
Even Malachi. I think even Malachi Black is a bigger name. Even just the way the booking. Oh,
I really like him.
Oh yeah, with the. I've been a fan of him. I've been a fan of Tommy End for a long time now.
I liked him when he was in NXT.
NXT,
That's
yeah,
as far back
yeah.
as I go. So yeah.
He was the ball rolling guy for AEW.
Yeah.
Say again.
He
Cody.
get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Without Cody, I don't want to dog Cody. No, he's not. He's not the wrestler that Kenny is. He's not the mic. He doesn't have the mic skills, and he's got good mic skills, but he doesn't have the mic skills of like a Punk.
Or MJF.
Not MJF. I was gonna say, forget Punk for a second. Let me go younger. Yeah, MJF. MJF might be my favorite over in AEW.
MJF would have been more damaging to AEW. MJF would have been more damaging for WWE to get than Cody. And I guess also my take right now, kind of like the Stiff's point, I have negative number faith in WWE.
I agree.
Right now, like, it is such a deep trenched well. I don't see it filling up again before I die.
Yeah,
we were talking about it last night on stream, and I mentioned the point that, like, let me scoot my mic closer. I mentioned the point that
I was gonna say you're far away.
I'm very highly upset with how WWE has botched guys like Nakamura, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
These are guys, Nakamura, who debuted at a time where nobody should be coming up because it was such a shit show and a clusterfuck that there was nothing for WWE fans except for the John Cenas, the people that have been there forever.
Yes.
Now, on top of that, I think you said this last night, Jay. Also, New Day was the only thing keeping WWE afloat throughout this whole entire debacle with the WWE creative team.
Yeah.
But Nakamura was a main eventer, man. This guy could have been a Universal Champion. This guy could have been a WWE Champion. This guy had all the potential in the world, and look at him now. I mean, I just don't. I don't know, man. I have no faith in that company.
Let me ask this, because we've peeled back the curtain, and so we're talking like the real people for a second, right?
Right.
If you're in a job and they say we're gonna do what they're doing, let's use Nakamura, right? He's had his 5-star matches and where he's really taking the physical, because as great as those matches are, they are physically demanding. You hurt. Like, I know it's scripted and all that. Great. Still, you're falling on your ass or your back or your neck or your whatever, carrying somebody else.
Yeah.
Hurts, right? When do you get to that point that you go, you know what, I'm good with this big paycheck?
I gotta come back right now for you. Off of that. Why didn't Mick Foley quit?
It's a different time.
It's the same thing though. It's the same amount. It's the same, the demand that you put on your body is never going to be different.
Well, I think you got on one side of the coin. I mean, no one's arguing why some of the wrestlers just decided to just stick around, because the paycheck was there. Also, they had their contracts, and it's a hell of a lot harder for a wrestler to go against their contract than it is for WWE to dissolve it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, WWE has no need, and this also goes to the Cody point.
Right.
The WWE has, there is nothing that a wrestler can really do. Like, you could write in all the quote unquote creative control you want. It doesn't matter. WWE can pretty much ruin you, park you someplace. Sure, they'll pay you, but make it to where, one, you're not going to get any kind of push. You're not going to get anything. And, oh, by the way, if you try and breach our contract, we'll sue your ass for everything you have. And then when we release you,
or ever hope to
have, again, you'll have 90 days, but we'll basically make it to where by the time you're actually able to do any of that, you're going to be so goddamn old, no one's going to care.
Look at Paige. See what shit happened with Paige, where Vince told her she can't stream on fucking Twitch because he's not making money off of it, and she's injured, bro. She can't ever wrestle right now. So that was the only form of income outside, and because it wasn't the income of what they were paying.
Paige.
page.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she was a Twitch streamer, and Vince got all hot and bothered that he wasn't getting any of the money from her. That, I mean, that's just how vindictive they are. You know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting, bro. It really is. Like, it's not the company is, to a certain extent, I will say the company has never been for the wrestlers, but there have been times where it felt like it has been. Right now, it's completely and utterly no. It doesn't feel like that at all. I mean,
And normally
that company right now will sign somebody off of the street that is one of the best indie wrestlers just to sit them on the bench so nobody else can have them.
Right. When they did that, and that's where they did like a lot of the contracts. They did a lot of their contracts right around the time AEW started. Mm-hmm. They put a lot of people on because they knew the kind of people that would probably be likely to go over there. They gave them some pretty decent sized contracts, and then
the Ricochet type
dropped, and then dropped them. Not all of them, but most of them. That's what's so funny too. Because I was watching the game, playing the game, and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, they're no longer here. They're no longer here. They're no longer here. They're no longer here. And a lot of it, really, and also to be honest with you, it was New Day that was having me watch pretty much any of the main roster. Other than that, I was watching NXT.
Yeah.
And it's basically once anybody came up from NXT, for the most part, they would just
Squish.
Yeah. And a lot of it has to do, ultimately, we all know it's Vince's company. He's the one that ultimately calls the shots, but a lot of it boils down to the people just underneath of him that are trying to kiss Vince's ass and want to be the ones that
take control.
That are in control of the creative, that are in control of where things are coming from, and they didn't create these folks.
Not only did they not create them, but their probably arch nemesis in the real world would be Paul Levesque at the time.
And another thing about the NXT thing too is the main focal point that everybody should be focused on is Vince and whoever's below him or whatever. They need to step down and they need to let Triple H run the company. What he did with NXT single-handedly brought back that feeling of wrestling. Whether you have grown up around the main, let's just say the mainstream Raw and SmackDown, that feeling that you would get, how many every years back when it's like, oh my God, this is the best wrestling's ever been. Like, it brought back that factor. Even if you didn't know anybody, you watched a match of two people you've never seen before.
Right.
It just made you feel like, holy shit, this is wrestling again. But the simple fact of the matter is, until Vince is, I'm not going to say it because we're on stream, but until he's...
Until he croaks?
Basically, it's just going to be this.
What was the words that was the pipe bomb? Until...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
They let Bray Wyatt go, bro. He is the most creative person in all of WWE right now. And this man could literally sit there and write an entire year's worth of creative direction for his character alone. Do you know how hard that is? You know how hard it is for somebody,
especially for somebody in the moment,
to come up with a story.
It's one thing if you were a wrestler and 20 years after you've wrestled your last match, you could be a writer. You know what I mean? Like that's
it takes a lifetime of knowledge, bro.
But guys like Scott Hall, the guys that are in the moment at they're rising still and are like, okay, so here's the business,
right? And
not the business, not Hogan, brother. I gotta be world champion always and never get pinned. But seeing, you know what? I need to get pinned because that's better for the story.
Yeah, right now, one of my favorite guys is Darby Allin.
Yeah, Darby's pretty. Yeah, Darby's.
Love Darby, bro.
Yeah, he's got no fear.
I'll tell you,
No, none. And that reminds me of Jeff. It reminds me of Jeff Hardy when he used to climb. I was watching on stream last night. Towards the end, we were talking about me and this one guy that was in the chat. We were talking about Darby Allin because I put up highlights clips of him, and there's a bunch of different highlights of when he would climb up. He climbed in a gym auditorium. This man climbed up on top of the basketball hoop, stood up on that, did the coffin drop from there. He stood up on the rope. Tiff even saw this and was like, "What the hell?" Stood up on the top rope with a low ceiling in this little show place that they were doing. He jumped up, pushed his hands off of the ceiling, and did a coffin drop onto the guy. I mean, it reminds me of like some of the things that the Hardy brothers used to do. Like, well, Jeff Hardy mainly, but like that daredevilish. He has no, like you said, he has no fear, bro. No fear whatsoever. That's crazy.
So, I get that, and I'm not even arguing that. He doesn't hook me. He just doesn't. And this is totally just different styles, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm the one that wants a story, right? I want to hear you get out there, and it's great that you can do all that. Sting's my boy, and I'm even like, man, Sting, wow. He doesn't talk. A little bit. That bothers me. And for that reason, I just can't. Like, he's the good guy, and I want him to, because he's next to Sting. I
think the reason why
it even
Sting's
bothers
around
me.
him,
Here's how bad it is. It even bothers me that I'm not on board with him. Like, I like MJF better. Like, far better.
Well, here, two points. One, I think the reason why Sting is around him right now is because I think they understand how good this kid is and the potential that he has to be in the future. And Sting, being as knowledgeable as he is in knowing the business and knowing the aspects of how to pull in a crowd and how to really hone your craft, I think that is the reason why Sting is with him and behind him. Probably not just getting paid to say, hey, be behind this kid, because y'all both wear face paint. No, I think it's bigger than
both
that.
have face paint.
And two, to your
come
credit,
from the rafters occasionally.
I know it was a skit, and I know what they said was scripted, but I truly believe what CM Punk was scripted to say is the God's honest truth about MJF. I'm not talking about any wrestling ability. I truly believe he is the Miz of the AEW.
Oh, I think
100%.
I think he's even above that. I think he's pretty much the closest thing that wrestling's had to a true to form, old school NWA star. Like, he lives it. The dude lives his gimmick. You do not see him on camera, period, unless he's on character. That's it. He doesn't do interviews as like himself. Like, he doesn't none of that. He is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. 100% till it doesn't and
there's
so
no Instagram post of him hanging out with
he's got kayfabe just down on lock all the time,
and it's for that reason that I like him.
I mean he's he's as good of a star, and he's only like 24. 23 young. 24. Darby's still really, really young. Jungle Boy is a guy that I think could really start to do something too, and I think especially if he he's one that also needs to get he needs to get a promo coach. He needs a promo coach. He needs someone that can really help build him up. I mean, hell, his dad was an actor, for Christ's sakes. I mean, he definitely probably has some, well, at least a little bit. It's not the
it's not genetic.
Not necessarily, but he probably has some skills, some natural skills there that he probably just hasn't actually worked on and has developed it all. And so, because again, he's someone that can go in the ring. He's got, again, for being someone who's relatively quiet, he's got pretty dang good charisma when he turns it on.
Right.
And I think that he someone that could really take over.
So let me ask the two of you. So they do this in AEW every so often. They talk about the pillars, right? The pillars of their business, their company. Who would you say and I can only lean one way or the. I can't help with New Japan. If y'all know New Japan, great, or anything else, perfect. You can add somebody in. I can't. Who would you call like the pillars of the younger, the rising stars type of thing? Think NBA,
Cross promotion,
rising star,
cross promotion.
Cross promotion.
Okay, my 4 right now would probably go MJF.
It's harder than you think.
No. It's just you know me. I've got to do a 500-point multivariable analysis just to take a piss. I would say MJF, Darby Allin, a toss-up between Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara, and Damian Priest. As far as the youth, I mean, there's guys that are older than them.
Yeah, I'm talking about somebody 30 and under.
Yeah, I would say it would be right. Yeah, I got to put Damian Priest in there. He's just too damn good. But and that's the only guy I can really think of, like, out of maybe Austin Theory. I need to see more of him, but like really, like MJF, Darby. I'd give the edge to Sammy over Jungle Boy, but I think he can really push himself in there if he really wanted to. And then for me, like Damian Priest, I think, because Sammy's got the attitude. He can talk on the mic. He's got a good presence to him, and I think that's a lot of stuff I think Jungle Boy's missing right now to edge him out. Yeah. And I think Damian Priest just needs to get out of the WWE.
For the love of God.
That's really what it boils down to for me with him. But that off the top of my head, that would be my 4, and that's me taking kind of pretty much just looking at WWE and AEW right now. Even like the NWA right now, Ring of Honor. I have to see what they do with Ring of Honor, who they bring in and how they handle that. But yeah.
So I'm gonna say, all right. So cross promotion, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna give 2 males and I'm gonna give 2 females. Spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So I'm saying Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and hope to God they get out of WWE. So if they go to a promotion like AEW, I think they would really really shine. But yes, 100% those 2, and even Deonna Purrazzo, she's really good too.
Deonna, if I was looking at women now, then I have a whole different list. I have a whole different 4 pillars for them.
You almost have to put them in different lists. I would. I wouldn't.
Then on top of that, I would just have to say MJF and Darby, because I don't know, bro. Something about Darby, I'm telling you, man, that kid's gonna be fucking a superstar.
I mean, because the big thing right now with Darby, and you can get a little bit out of Sammy, you can get out of, but like right now, as far as like a true to form, like it's like a match that is gonna wake people up. Darby's one of the few people in AEW right now that can just come in and just knock that out of the park. I don't really see anybody else really providing that kind of in-ring, just I don't know, fire. Just does not. I mean, even Cornette, who hates current wrestling right now. MJF's obviously one of his big guys. He likes FTR quite a bit. Now we're talking about tag teams. It's a whole different ball game. But he really likes Darby's in-ring. He just wish he was about 100 pounds heavier. And just like, maybe like 5 inches taller at least, and maybe 100. Maybe can we get him to 220?
I think that's what bothers me about him too. That might bother me too.
Just that he's small, like that
he's so
small.
Little.
Yeah,
he's so small. He can't talk. Like,
see, that's what I've always hated about Vince, though, man. Is Vince always has this what a what a wrestler should look like or should do. It's just I just feel like so many people get overlooked because
True.
granted, Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio has been around for so long, and he's probably one of the smallest, biggest wrestlers that we've ever known. But he just is
Absolutely.
who he is, and he's built his career. And of course, he's the top of the top, and he doesn't get overlooked. But I just feel like when you start overlooking somebody because of their size, and you just say, "Oh, they're too small. They couldn't pick up this person. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that." They make up for it in other ways, and I truly just feel like that's always been something that's just. It doesn't sit quite well with me. I hate that.
No, I definitely am not one of those. Okay, you got to be 6'5", 240, or whatever.
Right, right.
No. I'm far more that in basketball. I'm far more that in actual basketball, and even that is kind of. I don't like short guards, things like that. But in wrestling, it doesn't. But for you to be that size, I need you to hit some certain marks. You don't all have to. Everybody doesn't need to be the Brock, right? Like if you were building a guy, you're probably coming out sort of with the Rock. If you were just building somebody to what they're supposed to be, and the Rock's not my favorite guy. I mean, he wasn't. You know, I like the Rock, but he wasn't my dude. Quite frankly, I was thinking about this the other day. Sorry, total segue here. I was thinking about this the other day. I might have liked Triple H better than I like The Rock. And that's sacrilegious for me to say, but I think I might have liked Triple H better.
I like DX better than I like Triple H.
Like DX.
Like just when he was with DX, like him. I
Sure,
like him and
sure.
Shawn Michaels. Like I like the DX persona of Triple H better than I like the persona of Triple H. I like the comedic comedy type Triple H. I don't really. Sometimes it's the serious played out Triple H. It's got too played out for me. Like when he would sit there when they would stand in the middle of the ring and they'd do the suck it and they'd laugh and make jokes and you know this, that, and the other, and then when you get him, he's like, "Oh, I'm the big bad," you know. I'm dating the boss's daughter. Triple H, king of kings, bow down to me. I don't know. I prefer the funnier version of Triple H over this more serious.
I like somewhere in between. There's occasionally he's a little bit in between. He's laughing and joking, but a little sinister.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I can't really describe it. I know what the picture I have in my head. That's the one that's the Triple H I like.
Yeah. I would get tired of DX all the time.
Yeah.
But I love it when it does come out. But
sure.
I need that other side of the coin.
Yes.
For me to then make it even better when DX does roll out. Because I love DX, but it wouldn't hit as well for me if it was like that all the time. And for me, like, the big thing about, like, just like me, I mean, you know me, man. I mean, I'm hustle, grind, you pay a pound of flesh for a drop of water. You work.
The effort in.
And he's one of the hardest workers in the business. Like, other than Vince McMahon,
smarter.
he's probably one of the hardest working people in the business. And it
is why that he was able to, and I like making fun of this as often as possible, mainly just to get under your skin.
Oh, my answer to that. You can drop all the stuff about the boss's daughter, and all that stuff.
I was gonna say, but
yeah.
Hang on, I was gonna back you for 10 seconds. Oh, I was gonna say, but that's how he was able to get out of that doghouse that he was in because of the curtain call. Because of his three buddies, but
just up and just left them.
Two of them jokers were like, "Yeah, we can do whatever we want. F you, boss."
Right.
And Sean, well, you're the champ, so can't do nothing to you either.
Oh, and then again, even then, he lost his smile and disappeared. So, and then what's up, DA? Yeah, you can blame Sith for this one. He said he wanted to hop on and run his albs. But yeah, we're mucking around with some albs tonight. I don't even know what level I am.
Come on, man. You know you want to come out here and get your alb. Well, you probably got all of them level 50 by now, anyhow.
Oh, exactly.
You probably started there. He's acting like he's.
Yeah, he's talking a bunch of stuff while he's got
he's talking
a bunch of albs loaded up.
We know.
They're already like RR6.
Yeah.
Combat.
Yo, all I'm saying is, look, there's one thing WWE can do to make things right.
What is that?
Bra and panty matches. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Everything just gets deleted. You know what I mean? Like it's thrown out the window.
I'm not against it.
All the wrong
I'm not
you've done.
against it.
I'm not against it. It ain't gonna fix shit for me.
Happen.
Well, no, it can happen.
On television.
It can happen, and it isn't gonna fix anything. I'd watch it,
Hell
but
yeah,
it isn't
I will
gonna
do that.
fix anything.
Yeah.
No, but I was
Just still
thinking,
sucks.
No, I know.
They can never do that on live television again. Not in today's cancel culture. Hell,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It would never happen, bro.
No.
The segment of Edge and what's her name,
Lita?
or whatever, in the heart-shaped
God.
bed with.
Oh, yeah.
Taking her
Oh,
clothes
yeah.
off.
What do they call that? Live sex action or something like that? I mean, they were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they were just like legit, like just they held no punches with that one.
What about the hot lesbian action?
Hot lesbian action. Or just Jerry the King Lawler just yelling puppies. I mean, yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Ad
What
nauseam.
about the segment? What
Ad
about the
nauseam.
segment with who was it? Vince, John Cena, and Trish Stratus.
Oh, good God.
You remember the whole Kiss My Ass Club?
Oh yeah,
That was it.
can't
Yeah.
do that.
Wasn't it?
It was around that era. I know. I remember the scene you're talking about.
it was bad.
With
Oh, when they
Cena.
dogged her. Yeah.
Yeah.
The time where
To be fair, that shouldn't have happened then. And I'm
No,
all
it probably
for some
shouldn't.
random stuff happening. That shouldn't have happened.
What about the time where Kyushu stuck his ass in Vince McMahon's face?
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
stuff like that. Whatever. Like, that doesn't mean a thing. I'm like,
You're
sure.
a fucking billionaire. If they want to,
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
Right.
Who cares?
You want
It's
to
a
write the
little bit of
show?
ass sweat you can
Do
wipe
whatever
off
you
your
want.
face.
Fine.
Those were the good old days, man. Or back when Stone Cold used to hit the stunners on females and shit, and flip them
On
off.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, he didn't care.
And, like, really hit them, too. There wasn't any of this, like, hip check you. No, you got hit.
Remember when he brought the beer truck in and he had the hoses and he was just spraying fucking beer?
You remember when Kurt Angle brought the milk truck in?
Kurt Angle. Good God.
Him and his broken freaking neck.
Yeah.
My buddy was so he's from out here, right? But so he's from PA, and my buddy who lives in Youngstown, where I'm from, had to was supposed to have a flight out of Cleveland to Vegas, and that flight got canceled or whatever, so he had to book it over in PA. So he came out to the international airport out here, and motherfucker ended up sitting next to fucking Kurt Angle. Got a picture with them on the way to
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, imagine the stories, bro. Imagine just like being able, like, I'd be so nervous at first because I'd want to ask all the questions, but I'd be like, just out of curiosity, like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but like, can I ask you some questions?
I would hate to be the fanboy. I know, but I would, even though you would think I would play into that perfectly, I would hate to be the fanboy. I'm the one that if I saw Michael Jordan out for dinner, was like, oh, Michael, hey, son, that's Michael Jordan over there. Cool. All right, let's go get food. I would always try to think of them, and this it sounds dumb and corny. I don't mean it as such, but if I was them, I wouldn't want to be bothered, or all the time. I'm not saying signing stuff. I'm kids and things like that.
Yeah.
But if I want to go to McDonald's and get a hamburger, I just want to get a hamburger, man. just give me a hamburger.
That's why I feel like if you ask them like in a respectful manner, like, hey, you can say no, but like, is it cool if I ask you a couple questions? So I think Kurt's always been known to be a
pretty
too. You know what I mean? As long
Yeah,
as
I
you're
think.
not like, hey, dude, let me fill up on your broken freaking neck, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you give me some free stuff?
Got a C4 vertebrae back there, bro. Let me touch on that real quick.
Is there a hole there?
Was that Kurt Angle that oh yeah, it was. I watched that documentary when Kurt Angle when Shane told Kurt to throw him through the fucking glass, and he was like he didn't want to throw him through the glass, but he demanded him to throw him through that glass. It was that match. Remember they threw him up against the glass and it didn't break, and he told him, he was like, "You throw me through this fucking wall," and he picked him up, threw him again.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Are you sure? You might die.
Like, hey, whatever's best for business, you know?
Oh, I think I LD'd.
Oh, that's not good.
Other account.
Oh, I was about to say, that's not good at all.
Run away!
Pretty much.
Yep,
I was about to pull my Ethernet cord.
DA said he saw Honky Tonk Man leaving a Burger King.
See, let the man eat his hamburgers. Didn't you like? It wasn't Honky Tonk Man. I always switch them, and they're not related in any way, but they're a time period for me. Jake the Snake.
Yeah. Other than like they were relatively in the same business around the same around the same time.
That's all it is.
I'm like
legitimately all it is. They're both white. that is like exactly all it is. That was about all they had in common.
At one point?
I'm sorry, what now?
Didn't his snake bite somebody at one point?
No, it legitimately bit Honky Tonk Man. I mean, I'm not like guy. You got Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was fucking around with it, and it like legitimately bit him or something. I can't remember this.
Well, no, I mean they did it in the ring. Like
he was wrapped
Macho.
up in the ropes.
Yeah, he was wrapped up in the ropes, and they had him, and like they had it where like and that was Macho Man's idea. You want to talk about again another guy who was like ridiculously smart about the business. Macho Man would have you like go over every little step of the match, like exactly how it was going to go down. And one of the things he was saying is like, and Jake was like, well, I can make it so that I can get it so like the fangs are like they're effectively they're closed in. But Mach was like, no, and like he actually had Jake have the snake bite him beforehand so that he would know what it felt like, because Macho Man didn't like any surprises during a match.
See, I can't even blame him. As weird as that is, I'd kind of want to just know. Like,
sure, well, especially something like that. It's like, yeah, do I really want the first time I get bit by the damn thing out in the middle of everybody?
Cameras on. Yeah.
Punching that snake in the head. I
Pretty much.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't care if I said, "Yo, make that snake bite me." The snake's still getting slapped. I don't like snakes.
But yeah, Jake. And so you want to talk about like again with like talking. I mean, to me it was like, yeah, Jake was solid in the ring, but it was his promos that just freaking just snagged me in to be a Jake fan. I mean, and then you learn the fact that he would knock out all of his promos first time. They called him First Take Jake. Dude would flat out knock out every single one of his promos first time.
You mean he didn't do like Sid? Oh, do it again. We're live.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, good grief. He was just so you talk about like being like sinister. Like nobody did sinister like Jake. Like there was just
he's one of those that I think looking back, if I had watched him during the time, I'd have probably liked. I like the promo. Like, you got to be good with the microphone.
Right.
I need to believe in what you're telling me.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that I think that's where, like, I think if you'd have watched probably a lot of the NWA stuff back in the day, you probably would have liked that more than even like the WWE gimmick stuff, because it was more
It
about
wasn't
like
big on the gimmicky.
trying to present like a real guy, like a real wrestler, a real performer, a real athlete, a real competitor. And for the most part, unless you were like a big like brute, for the most
Sure.
part, you did have to have some semblance of mic skills. You had to be able to give a, you didn't have to be a superstar on the mic, but you had to at least sound convincing
Sure.
on the mic. Otherwise, you weren't going to get anywhere. And
But Punk's always in my top 5.
oh yeah, Punk, yeah,
It's like,
Punk's one of the best.
I want to say he's the greatest, but I feel like you guys being a little bit older than me, I feel like you guys would say that there's probably somebody before him. But I just truly feel like CM Punk is damn near the GOAT, bro.
He's got to be up there.
Goat on,
The mic,
as in
promo.
best wrestler of all time, or mic
No,
skills.
I'm saying promos and shit.
Okay.
He's a great wrestler. He will always be a great wrestler too. He is probably the closest thing to pro wrestling, just like a Daniel Bryan that the WWE has had.
Sure.
But I'm just speaking on his promo, not his wrestling. The
I
mic
th-
skills.
And so, again, I watched a lot of his early Ring of Honor stuff before he came over to the WWE, and I can attest to what that guy was able to do in the ring when he was allowed to do it. And in WWE, they didn't allow him to do half his shit.
Because they wanted him to fight Ryback every fucking week. and going back to that topic about the size and whatnot, that's another thing that pisses me off too, because Vince, he voiced himself to Vince saying, I do not want to keep going up against these big guys. You're putting me in these positions and I'm beat up, I'm bruised up, I got things that are broken on me. You keep putting me in these scenarios. Oh no, you'll be fine, this, that, and the other. Then he, like he said, he went over to Ryback and said, hey, this is what we're gonna do, yada yada. Oh yeah, we'll do this, I got you, we'll do it. And then he gets him in the ring and he fucking injures him again. Like that.
Yeah.
It's that stereotype, bro. It's irritating.
Yeah.
DA, I'm level 32. My third is 31, but everybody else is low level.
Yeah, we got like
By the way, did I miss
level
somebody?
8s, level 9s. Yeah, Concord's still there.
Wasn't there a 20 something in here?
Yeah,
at one
I
point?
dropped them for my heretic.
Oh, okay. No worries. I was more just kind of looking back, like, wait a second.
Making sure we still had everybody we were supposed to.
Yeah. Did somebody LD that I didn't? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Anyhow.
Let me look. Okay, this guy's trained up. Let me switch over to cleric, which means I'm gonna die, because that's what happens when I switch over to the cleric.
Absolutely. Almost instantly.
Matter of fact, I think me and Jay were talking about this at one point. I do believe me and you were having to talk about this at one point. I personally, side note, I hate the transition of them taking away WWE Network. I hate that. I like to being able to watch all the old pay-per-views, all the old matches, all the old,
No matter what.
Yeah, like no
Yeah.
matter what, on demand and stuff, and they took it away. Like that to me seems like a dumb decision business wise from the get go.
I can see why they did it business wise, because of the amount of money they can. It was all kinds of money. I remember-
up the price then.
So okay, hold
And then
up.
you don't have to do
Hold-
any of the back end stuff.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
We're at Pride when Keep. Invite Petco, PETKO. Because we have
Going
Pets
with a
Are
lot of
Us,
Pets or
We have
Us.
Pets R Us and Petco, because So, first of all, Ryback was a waste of space. Should never have been in a wrestling ring. Never really wanted to learn how to work safely and appropriately, and was probably just too stupid to figure it out.
Good facts.
The thing with I think the biggest thing with so they moved everything to Peacock, just NBC's deal. And WWE has a contract with Universal, who owns NBC, USA, and they've been on USA Network forever, right?
Yeah.
So there was probably some finagling going on around that, but also I think a big part of it too was, I heard there was some mix-up around some of the hosting that I don't know who they were hosting through. It was likely probably either Amazon or it was probably Amazon, to be honest with you. Percentages wise, it was probably Amazon. There was some issues, I believe, with some of the contracts around the cloud hosting on the back end, which can be just stupid expensive to set up and manage. So you're talking about like up the price. They probably would have had to have doubled it to maintain things and actually still have it be profitable. And so effectively what they could do was they could unload all of the back end cloud hosting and the up front, the overhead managing that. They put it all on NBC's paycheck. And then they probably also got a pretty decent amount of money on top of that for licensing rights to the catalog.
I watched it at some point when I think it was happening. I watched some little thing that basically said that's basically how it went down.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing at first. I was like, why would you sell something that seems like a golden goose, for lack of a better term? It's just like, why would you sell that? That doesn't make sense. And I thought about it, I was like, wait a second. And then I was reading and it was like, the back end was just, and they're not an IT company. They're like, hold up. What are we doing here? That's not where their thing is. So like, we have the content. We don't want to do the other stuff.
Right.
Oh, you'll give us.
Well, and they had it.
It
they were contracted out through a separate company, and then it was hosted out again, more than likely Amazon. And so my general understanding is how it worked was you had the company that was handling the actual software for the hosting itself, and then you had the company, whichever company it was, that was hosting everything on their back end. And there was some issues there, even outside of WWE's hands.
Because it dropped. Yeah.
And
it dropped for a little bit.
What do you mean dropped?
They couldn't get access.
Right. Yeah. It was they're having some issues keeping it up and going and all that stuff.
Right.
So but I agree, outside of all of that rumoroll, 100% they should have kept it going. Again, have the ownership, because Peacock doesn't. Are they even streaming half the stuff that was hosted on the WWE Network?
No, they don't have, because they're trying to go through it. This would be like the weirdest job ever. They're trying to go through it basically for like racist, sexist, all the ist stuff. Roddy Piper, like they block random things though. They won't put it up there until they go through a vetting, basically some vetting.
Right.
For lack of a better term. Like Roddy Piper, where he painted his face half black. There was something else. There was one that made no sense. It was like The Rock sang a song. They took that out. It's some goofy stuff that they take out too.
He has done some pretty raunchy songs. Sorry.
Oh, that too.
This one,
but I think the one that he's talking about would like seem like pretty tame.
Yeah,
And
this was pretty.
I
Pretty well.
I would suspect that it was just something where the song sounded too much like some other song. Like there was
Fair enough.
maybe just enough of, you know what I mean?
That make right.
And they weren't.
We might get copyright infringement.
They weren't, and they're just not even going to play that game because Universal will copyright claim crap left and right, but then they don't need some kind of weird loophole precedent going against them where they in turn they just couldn't get near it. I could see the lawyers just being like, yeah, no,
You know what? This ain't worth it.
no.
Not worth this.
But let's leave it to lawyers to
pretty much screw it up for everybody.
ruin everyone's fun.
Except for all the people that are on stream that are lawyers. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Drop a follow.
Yo, I just googled for the curiosity because it made me think about it. How many times has Vince McMahon been sued? I can't find it.
Oh God, I mean,
I would like a nickel for each time he has.
well, you got to have the actual publicized one. You have the lawsuits that have probably been going through the courts in perpetuity, and then you have the ones that
Paid
were
off.
settled outside of court, and then
Yeah, it's showing me 15 strange lawsuits that hurt his fortune. Jerry Lawler wins a lawsuit and a job for life. The government thinks Vince is handing out steroids with contracts. What the hell? 53 wrestlers get cussed. Oh yeah,
To be fair, some of the time, and Vince is a douche. Like he is. Some of the times, people blame him for some crazy stuff, though. Stuff that it is just as much. This dude, because you're just wandering in the wrong direction. There we go. This is the downside of having money, and no one needs to defend Vince. Like Vince is not a weak person that needs defending very often. But people will go after him about some crazy stuff too, with lawsuits.
oh yeah,
That
because
is just not his issue.
Yeah.
The word not his fault.
well, again, it kind of speaks to the settlement side of things. A lot of people just get the lawsuits going just so they can get the settlements.
Just to get the money.
Just so that it doesn't go out into the papers or deal with it, so they can get the money because they figure, the guy's got the money, he can just pay it.
Number one right here says, going back to the NWO for you guys probably will have more information on this because I don't know much about this, but in every way, it says, there's a little paragraph, I'm going to read it to you. This is one of the lawsuits that happened. In every way, the Attitude Era was a thrilling time to be a wrestling fan. It was also a torturous period for Vince McMahon and his rival wrestling executives. Most notably, WCW Vice President Eric Bischoff. The two organizations were genuinely at war every Monday night, and their battles weren't only taking place on TV and in the wrestling ring. There were also a great number of lawsuits between WWE and WCW during this time, usually due to contract disputes or gimmick infringement of some kind.
Oh, sure.
Easily the strangest lawsuit was when WWE forced WCW to admit on camera they were not working together, a fact deemed necessary during the NWO storyline when some fans believed Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were legitimately still working for Vince McMahon and invading WCW on his behalf. WCW soon filed a similar lawsuit against WWE over the fake Diesel and Razor Ramon characters, alleging they were promoting then WCW talent in Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. But this time around, the whole point was that they obviously weren't what they were claiming to be, and thus the lawsuit was thrown out in short order. That's crazy.
So
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew about the because people were really believing it. Go ahead, Jared.
Well,
Actually, while you do that, I'm gonna my drink's broken.
yeah, okay. So let me speak on this. Yo. Okay. Here's how it went down. We had Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Their contracts ended. It was staggered. So Scott Hall ended up going over to WCW before Nash could and actually show up on camera. And and this is before you had like the 30-day, 90-day non-compete clauses or any of that crap, and really like wouldn't have mattered because their contracts expired anyway. When Scott Hall showed up on WCW, the discussion, the storyline, what the words he used, all of that was geared towards the ideas like, no, I don't work here. I'm not a WCW wrestler. And they try, they basically, like the announcers and everything were saying, oh, there he's from, the other company. I can't remember the exact wording, but they effectively made it a storyline that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the outsiders, the reason why they're called the outsiders is because they were outside of WCW. And they even worked that into the storyline with the NWO, because effectively the way it would go, it was NWO versus WCW. The folks that came over as part of the NWO were technically not part of WCW, to make it even worse. And so, yeah, the lawyers kind of went after all of that. And yes, then at the same time, I can't remember the name of the guy that played the fake Razor, but it was Glenn Jacobs who ended up becoming Kane, who played the fake Diesel. And WWE had these like fake Razor Ramon and fake Diesels coming out. And there was some back and forth about that because Turner couldn't really go after them for like any kind of copyright infringement because WWE still owned the IP for both Razor Ramon and Diesel, but they were able to go after them for like false representation, especially like in terms of like a public venue, some kind of entertainment show, effectively false advertising wrestlers being on the card that technically weren't part of the WWE anymore. And so that's how that part worked. And yeah, they were going, it was just a back and forth, basically, because Turner, again, like Vince, was just a crazy old rich coot that had a lot of lawyers. And so there was a lot of back and forth. I mean, even like some of the DX stuff with, they had like a whole parody going on about,
Crazy Ted.
Crazy Ted. Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy Ted. And so you damn know Turner like lit the lawyers up, like let loose the dogs of hell, because
Find something.
Oh yeah. I guarantee you there
You want a
were,
bonus? Guess what you can
a
get it for.
bazillion lawsuits going on around that. So yeah, it was crazy. That whole back and forth. That Monday Night Wars, man, probably
Just
made
awesome.
so
This is
many
so
lawyers rich.
Oh,
Like
heck yeah.
just
Yeah.
just stupid rich off of these billionaires basically just going at each other. Because on camera, for the most part, it was Bischoff, right? But
Sure.
it was Turner that like really had kind of the stick up his butt to take it to Vince McMahon.
Just which old guys? I was gonna add another word in, but that's not a word that actually really affected it. It really didn't matter that part of it, but
Yeah, they and I think a big part of it too was because it was not too long before that Vince and like publicly and like even semi-publicly had really been like down talking the South.
well, that was
they're the
always
New
Vince's
York-
thing.
Well, it wasn't always. That's the trick.
Oh, it wasn't?
Well, you also understand Vince Jr. was born in North Carolina.
Yes,
You know-
which cracks me up all the time when I first heard that.
So,
years ago. It's like,
He's some of it is him just trying to kind of separate himself
carry those
from that exactly. but then WWE getting started up in New York, so New York territory. Some of it carries over from the territory days, and then but also anyway, it pissed Ted off. Is effectively what happened,
so.
and then and so that was part of it too. So
somebody start dogging your home.
yeah. So there's like just deep roots there, but that whole Monday Night Wars thing was just a freaking just
great time to be a wrestling fan.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what that
it was because I mean to me like Attitude Era WWE was some of my favorite like version of it.
We've seen nothing really like it since.
No,
I'm not saying it hasn't been good since. I don't mean it that way.
I think the Ruthless Aggression era was fine as well.
The what?
Ruthless Aggression era was pretty good.
I have trouble separating when that started and ended.
Well, you had.
I say it started when Cena and Angle had their first match, but I have no idea exactly where it ended.
Well, now where it ended, I think it just kind of fizzled into whatever it became after that. I don't even know what I don't know what the name for it was at that time, but yeah, that's kind of where it was after everything kind of settled off with the Invasion era, and after they bought WCW, they bought ECW, they kind of got all of that out of their system. And because things kind of got lost there for a bit, and then it was, and I can't remember, was this what 2000s, early 2000s, whatever it was, 2002, whatever it was.
They got bought out 2001 or 2000.
Yeah, WCW did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then Cena, basically, when Cena went from rapping to the Fruity Pebbles gimmick, I think that's where the transition to the PG era happened.
Oh, right.
That's in short what I've always kind of just mentally just trying to remember back. That's sort of.
It's somewhere in there. It's definitely somewhere in there. He's saying, DA. Yeah, I'm like, Ricky the Dragon, Junkyard Dog. Oh, I mean, I'm old school, like NWA, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Memphis Wrestling. But yeah, like Ricky. But I'm remember like the original Midnight Express going up against the Rock and Roll Express. I was watching
not Bobby Heenan.
You're talking about Bobby Eaton.
Eaton, right? Okay,
Eaton,
I was like, it's something close to that. Yeah, Bobby Eaton.
And there was a couple of like Stan Lane was one of them, and then I'm losing the other guy's name. But anyway, like those old school stuff. But I mean, I was watching live when the Four Horsemen formed. When Arn Anderson's promo off the top of his head, kind of similar to like the Austin 316 thing, the Four Horsemen thing was a completely just off the cuff, out of Arn Anderson's mouth, basically saying he's like, we're the Four Horsemen of the apocalypse, we're coming to rain hell, something along those lines. But he was like, we're the Four Horsemen. And it was just boom, that just took off, and that was it. That was the name. But it like was completely off the top of his head.
That's what most of it, and hence the reason WWE is struggling so much. Everybody is so scripted.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop scripting everybody. It's very simple. Some people need to be scripted. Don't get me wrong. You get some people up the.
You got no business. Yeah. Hey,
take the microphone away from it.
Hey, let's take that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you get.
Sorry, run it back.
You get what was it? Rick Steiner. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard this? You got to just look up Scott Steiner math.
Scott Steiner shouldn't be. He's another one of those. Yeah. Sometimes stereotypes kind of fitting.
Oh, Iron Sheik. Yeah, I remember Iron. I remember kind of the original. Again, some of it was like when I was really young, but
I met him.
Yeah,
in
I
Walmart.
remember the Iron Sheik. At
Legitimately.
Walmart. Nice.
No, for real.
No, I can believe it.
Yep. He was at Walmart one day. I was like, Iron Sheik. He was pretty nice. Yokozuna, I remember him briefly. What was that? What was the giant guy? Not
Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, it was Spanish.
Yeah,
dude,
Giant
I think.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Or El
The one that wore like
Gigante
the
is.
bodysuit.
He'd go by either Giant Gonzalez or El Gigante.
Yeah. That's it. I was like, he's Spanish or something.
Sergeant
That's why I was
Slaughter.
right.
Oh yeah. And Yokozuna is he's in that Hanoi or I think Hanoi wrestling family. It's like The Rock and Roman Reigns and Rikishi.
Oh, is he part of them?
He's part of that family. He's not actually Japanese. He's like Samoan.
That's right. You know, now that you say that, I remember seeing some documentary about that.
But he was a
Looked like that was
legitimate.
out of-
He's a legitimate sumo wrestler. He went to Japan to study to become a sumo wrestler, which is where they kind of got the gimmick from and everything like that. But he's not Japanese.
Mhm.
But like famous family, it is like freaking produce like a good like third of the wrestlers out
basically,
there.
yeah. The McMahons were like, we need to just hang with this family for a while, because every 15 to 20 years we're gonna have a star from here. So,
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I mean, between like the Wild Samoans, the Samoan SWAT team, the head shrinkers,
yeah. And like The Rock said, some of them were a little racist. yeah.
Obviously, probably the most famous ones, probably The Rock, especially like famous and like really like being well known as being part of that family. Obviously,
Sure,
you got the table
You got
now
Reigns.
with Reigns and the Usos.
I'm glad they finally did that to Roman.
Yeah,
Just let him be the bad guy.
yeah,
Everybody wanted him
Yeah.
to be a bad guy. Just let him be it. Like, no, you're overthinking this, people. Don't make it hard.
yeah.
He's an excellent bad guy. He's an excellent douche. He's just
Pretty much. So I don't remember
Let 'em
these
be.
ice elementals being out here.
I don't either. No, that's why I said that there's stuff when we're running across. I was like, yeah, there's stuff that you wasn't there when, because these guys weren't this hard either. The guys that I'm fighting now, they weren't level 30 stuff.
No, they weren't.
Because I remember this was one of the first hills that I fought on as a cabbie, and I was like 15, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah. I was gonna say 15's going into 20. I think I want to say. Yokozuna was in the movie Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I watched that movie. I don't but it's been a long time since I've seen it. It's not like you'd miss him. I mean, if he was in there, you'd see him.
Unless there was a serious change, some Atkins or something, Even then, I don't think, certain times you just there's certain body types, it's just what it is.
He was a bouncer at the Jap. Okay. Now I mean, it's just been so long since I've seen it, I just don't remember.
Well, like Roman Reigns is in. Oh, shoot, what was that movie I just watched? It's bugging me. It was one of the
Hobbs
movies with
and-
The Rock. Huh?
Talking about the one where he was with Jason Statham, Hobbs versus whatever it was, and they go
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
they had to go to like the
They go to the ranch or whatever out in the.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I turned, I was like, hey, that's Roman Reigns. And everybody I was with was like, and that is. Like, never mind. Very disappointed right now. At which time, when we got back to the house, I had to then show them who Roman Reigns was. Well,
He's again probably not as famous as like his cousin.
Well,
And
yeah.
like, I mean, just like, or even like
He's not
even
as
some
good
of
as
the
his
other
cousin.
guys
But
that
that's not a knock either. That's
yeah,
just a fact.
yeah. I don't think he's not as well known outside of wrestling as some of the other names are. Yeah, especially for someone who's such a big star for them. He's just not. He just has not had the
Wrestling doesn't cross over like it used to
well. Yeah,
during the
yeah.
Attitude Era.
Yeah, I think that's a big
Stone
piece
Cold.
of it too.
Everybody knew who Stone Cold was.
Right. Still do. That's why they're bringing him back to WrestleMania.
Yeah, pretty much. They haven't made her star since, I guess.
Yeah, Batista has actually been surprisingly good as an actor.
I swore he was going to be a bust. I was just like, there's no way. He's not that interesting. He's not that interesting in wrestling. Like, The Rock was always interesting. You saw it. Like, there was just oozing charisma, right? Batista, I was like, all right. I mean, you're okay.
Right. Well, I think they've always they had him just, in that
Playing that guy.
that role and didn't really allow him to step out of it enough. And I think some of it too, again, I think part of it too is, you give someone like a legitimate script to work off of. Again, I think he's someone that needed to have someone give him the words to say.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So if he's and like have like a true to form director and stuff like that, I think he's obviously been able to work well within that kind of setup as opposed to wrestling, which I mean, it depends on how good the wrestling writing is and how good the like the soap opera writing is that given month. And I mean, heck, sometimes the writing on wrestling is like maybe 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps below the writing in porn. I mean, it's like
below.
It's like, man, you guys are just terrible.
It's really bad. Yeah, he seemed like one of those guys that was riding coattails of people.
Oh, sure.
That were around him. I mean, Evolution.
Yeah.
He was 4th.
And he almost wasn't in it.
Yeah.
It was almost Jindrak.
Ugh, really?
Yeah, I know. So I'm saying, you talk people can knock Batista. It could have been worse.
Could have been worse. I was like, ugh. That was an honest reaction. Like, oh wait, what?
Yeah. That picture that you sent me with the factions and the months. Look at the one that had Evolution in it. That's Jindrak in that picture. That was one of the pre-roll pictures that they did before they ended up putting Batista in there. That didn't make it live. It's Jindrak to the far right. With the post that to the Discord. That's a pretty funny picture. But it's like a bunch of like wrestling factions based on the month. It's like one of those things. Oh, if you were born in this month, you're I'm like 8. But like it had Evolution.
I was just mad because I was in the Heart Foundation.
I was right where I belonged, baby. Right where I belonged.
Yeah, it made perfect sense for you. Give me some dumb Heart Foundation. Stupid Heart Foundation.
But yeah, that was it was interesting they put that picture in there. They probably looked up the first, probably people that didn't even know who was what. They probably just looked up like wrestling factions. Let me find 12 wrestling factions, and I'm just gonna put them in there. And that might have been like one of the first pictures, because especially since it's sort of the unreleased iteration of the group. But yeah, it's Jindrak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Freaking Jindrak.
All right. So can we get in? Can we get in DF? No.
Yeah, not on this group.
We're not getting Is everybody still getting 100%? I'm not. I'm definitely not.
I'm getting an XP rate of 250%.
Well, that's a
If
lot
that
better.
means anything. But yeah, I mean, you're like so much higher. And
Well, yeah, these are orange and yellow to me. Now, we're able to go through them pretty easily. As in, I haven't really gotten in any danger, per se.
Saying
Been
Batista's
close
have
a couple of times, but nothing, no danger, really.
saying
Go ahead.
Batista. DA was saying that Dave Batista's half Filipino and being Pacquiao's entourage when he was in the boxing matches. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah, Batista's I think originally from the DC area.
I knew he had
Was
some
doing like the
close
bodybuilding
proximity.
and like was like a lot of guys in wrestling. They were like bodybuilders / bouncers and
Sure.
stuff, and then went to OVH, which is sort of the precursor to the I can't remember what they called that Florida one. Yeah, it was OVH was kind of the D League, for lack of a better word, developmental for WWE, actually being predominantly run by Jim Cornette for a while there. And then it went to was it FCW in Florida, and then they turned that into NXT when they were like wrestling out of Full Sail and things like that. They effectively turned FCW into NXT, and then actually, you know, added a bit more television reach to it. And anyway, Dave Batista was in OVW for a good while, and remember Cornette saying was that, yeah, he was big, he had a good look to him, he was okay in the ring, was for such a big guy, he was kind of frail, he'd get hurt easy, and he was always cold. He was always cold. He always had like a sweatshirt like bundled up, and he'd just be sitting there like always cold.
Fair enough. He was always hurt.
He would get hurt. He would get hurt pretty easy. And I think, and to DA's point, he's saying he didn't want to be a wrestler all of his life to save his body, so he wouldn't end up being like a beat up, limping shell.
Yeah. In the words of Derrick Rose, I have to think of my post-career being able to walk and hold my son.
Sure. I can't blame him.
It came across wrong at the time when he said it. It's always Derrick Rose's problem. It's not good with knowing what's happening around him. Time and place, man. Time and place. It's got that basketball savant thing. Oh, Batista, if you're talking about Batista being a millionaire, Batista's a millionaire many times over by now. Shoot, forget wrestling, like throw wrestling to the back curb. This little Guardians of the Galaxy thing.
Oh yeah.
Might have made him a dollar or two.
Yeah, and he's had a couple like leading roles. I mean, I don't think he had movies that did all that well in the box office, but
No, legitimate, true.
I'm sure he got his money before that. Remember I don't remember the professor. You talking about the basketball guy, the professor? That's a different story. But I don't know if that's a movie. I don't remember it. Oh, the rest.
Professor. Oh, you talking about Dean? The Dean? Was it Dean? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The ones that Sean and them hated. He came. He was. I thought it was Dean. I thought he was the Dean. Now I've got to look it up. Hang on.
I remember the genius who was Lanny Poffo. That was Lanny Poffo, the genius. He would read poetry. It was
okay.
it's actually Macho.
Totally
It's actually Macho Man's son.
Really?
I'm sorry, not his son, his brother. It's Macho Man's brother, Lanny Poffo. But yeah, he would read poetry before the matches and stuff, and a lot of times like come out in like a graduation gown and like.
Nah, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this.
I
gotta go look. Or maybe his name was Dean.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was also a good point in time there, where I didn't get a chance to watch a whole lot of wrestling while I was in college because I didn't have a TV.
That'll do it. Yeah, this was. I could picture the guy as plain as day, blonde hair.
Talking about Dean Douglas, Shane Douglas.
Shane
Douglas.
Yes, him. That's it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with.
That's no, but in my mind, I'm like Dean. I'm picturing him with a robe, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's what.
Yeah.
When I was trying to figure out Professor. I forget why everybody hated him, but a lot of people hated him.
He had a bit of an attitude. That's probably the simplest way to put it.
With the attitudes didn't like that.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say, because I mean, it's not like
yeah,
like the pot calling the kettle black.
Exactly. It was like
Oh yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was the stuff, man. He for what he was legit. Like he didn't like, and from what I understand is like one of like the wrestling's like legitimate tough guys. Yeah, you did not mess with Hacksaw, because it was like him and Meng, or can't remember the other names he would go by. But
yeah,
like
Ming is who I know it as.
Yeah.
He was something else in WWE though. But I know him as Ming.
I gotta look it up now, because
yeah, now it's bugging me, because I'm like, it's somebody kind of a.
Haku,
that's it.
Honky Tonk's manager was Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, because that was the same dude. That's the megaphone guy.
Yeah, it's a megaphone guy, original manager of the Hart Foundation.
Really?
Yeah. It was the whole thing about the Hart Foundation, because you had Jimmy Hart managing Bret Hart and Jimmy Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, and Owen was in it.
Well, Owen was in it like this. Owen was in it, so you caught on kind of the tail end.
Fair enough. Yeah,
so
I don't know. To be fair, about where I was making fun of them, I really don't know much about them.
Yeah,
I saw them when they were a problem for Shawn Michaels, and so as far as I was concerned, I couldn't care less. Storyline.
So yeah,
I love doing that because I know it just.
I just don't care. It's like again, because it's a story. It's like, yeah, I don't care. And also, I don't have the like you like, and the same thing with like even like the sports teams and stuff. The only thing I have anything like that about, be it in wrestling, being in sports, or anything, was the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody on that team could die of dysentery.
So you gotta tell me that. You gotta tell me that before I get ready to take a drink.
Like, I'm serious. Everybody on that team could die of dysentery. Like they can all just die tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But that's the only that is the only thing I have anything like that about. Period. Like, although I could care less. I could care less about any rivalries, and then especially for me, like wrestling, especially since I've known it's been real since I was probably like 10 or 11. I just haven't. I've always kind of watched it more of the mechanics of it and how are they putting this together, and kind of more like, I guess someone who was in the business, I guess, like how that stuff was how it's put together, how it's done, you know. And to me, I don't think I would have stayed a fan of wrestling if I, like, one, either didn't know, or two, like, thought about it like as a fan. I'd have gotten bored with it like decades ago.
So for me, okay, one thing, your dad actually watched wrestling, right?
No, but he didn't, like, they didn't have a problem with me watching it.
Right.
So I was like, I would watch it when I was younger, and so it was like, that's what I'm saying. It was like, I'd say I was probably about 5 or 6 when it was on, and I would watch it, and then it was probably like 8, 9, 10, or Saturday at 6:05 in the evenings. That's where I would, like, watch a lot of the, you know.
We were poor, so we didn't have cable, so it was 12 o'clock for me. it was all free. It was all free TV.
Only reason why I had it is because I stole cable off the neighbor's junction box, which was right outside my room. So, and there was a cable run on the house for a traditional antenna, outdoor antenna. Mm-hmm. That would pipe into my. So basically, I went and I spliced that thing. And then when they weren't around, I one time went over and I ran cable through their fence, and then like snuck around and said, "Hey, yeah, we accidentally we had the ball go into the backyard. Do you mind if I go and get it?" And they're like, "Yeah, whatever." So then I went around to the side of their house, basically hooked up because they had a splitter that wasn't using all of the that wasn't using all the junctions on it. So I basically screwed in the cable line into that, and then put it down, and they never went over around to that side of the house, so they never knew.
No.
So anyway, that's how I got to watch.
I can't say anything. I was a lot older than you and doing the same thing. At one of my first, if not my first apartment, it was maybe my second first. No, it was my first. That was my first apartment. I was trying to think. Well, no, it was second apartment. But yeah, it was an apartment building, and all of course, the boxes are all right there together.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't actually have cable until I was technically in my second apartment. I had cable, so
because it was part of your rent. Yeah, I remember that place. That's pretty cool. It was like everything was just part of the rent. Like you just paid the rent, like all the utilities and like the basic cable on top of it, and
right.
Didn't have internet too. But anyway,
anyhow, I was gonna say So for me coming into wrestling, so first off, I had no backing as far as like, this. That makes no sense. I had to kind of come up with that on my own.
Right.
Which I did. Before my time lapse of between like 86 or so, whenever that was, until mid 90s. Even before that, I was like, this seems either these guys are the dumbest box of rocks that have ever walked out into the middle of this field. I have watched Sting week after week get fooled by the same dude over and over.
Yeah.
Either he's a moron,
right,
or
something's up.
There's something else going on. And then once I realized, like, no, there's clearly something else going on. Okay, cool. I still like suspending my disbelief.
Right.
I like the Do I get it? Sure, of course. It's work. I get that. You call it a mark. Absolutely. I'm cool being that. Like,
Yeah.
but you got to be good at it. Don't
Sure.
BS me.
Right.
Like,
Well, that's the
don't
thing.
BS
Kind of
me.
once you know, it makes it.
I know the difference between good, as in, hey, you know what? I am able to suspend my disbelief, and
Sure.
you
Yeah.
are making me easy. It is easier for me. I'm not having to squint. I'm not having to- I mean, maybe. God, I'm trying here, man. Yeah, that's where I enjoy it. That I enjoy being able to suspend disbelief. I mean, shoot, we got enough dumb stuff in the world.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
I like being able to go, you know what? Ric Flair does. He is a bad person. He's a terrible human being. Do not like him. He is a bad guy.
And I guess that's to me where like it stops. Like also like I can like suspend disbelief like within like say like within the confines of a match or even a show, but like I can't take it as far as to actually have like any kind of actual vitriol towards anyone because of what they're conveying in the ring.
Sure.
Now, for you do some like depending on what you do outside of the ring,
You're a douchebag. You're a douchebag.
you know, or like someone like say like Ryback, who like I mean because he's hurt so many people, has had no business being in the business, that kind of thing. Sure,
That's terrible.
But like for someone's like character, like where I just like lose it is the vitriol towards someone for the character they conveyed.
No,
That's where I like
No,
I can't
I
like
play it up. I
Sure.
play it up a little bit just for you, but
because it's just like I don't get it. Like, what are you talking about?
you know, if I actually see Ric Flair, I'm not like, oh, you're a
Right.
douchebag. No,
Yeah.
dude, it's freaking Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. You
Yeah.
know that's I want to play that up for you because I got it.
It's like it breaks my brain. Like,
Pretty much, I just watch Jared start. But
Idiot.
why?
How old are you?
Why? What are your odds?
exactly.
Yeah.
Was
But and so yeah, there is a lot of that.
yeah.
But with that said, I enjoy. It's the reason that, I mean, to be fair though, and we were joking about it earlier, talking about guys that are not real people, like not real names. So to give you an idea,
sure.
though, I got to thinking about it. I was like, so my favorite characters are, or wrestlers of all time would be Sting,
Right.
not a real name. Undertaker, not a real name. HBK, Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
That's more of a moniker.
Granted, it's
than-
like a name.
It's more of a.
Not
It's
his name. It's
Nah, I mean, it's more of a moniker than like he wasn't pretending to be like a janitor that I'm supposed to believe can fight. Like
he's the only one though.
yeah,
he's the only
yeah,
one
out of the three.
Like everybody else was. Yeah.
Sorry, what now?
The Boogeyman's name was his real name.
Boogeyman.
I'm the boogeyman, coming to get you.
I think I thought he was cool for when he came out, and I think it's good that he wasn't like out there much longer than he was.
Yeah.
Cause he who's a wrestler that went crazy? Oh, you're talking about Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
And a big belief there was it was probably related to CTE, because he had that flying headbutt thing, and I think a lot of it just like literally messed him up. Like some moves that people shouldn't do anymore. Flying headbutt's probably one of them. What
Probably
now?
got to be up there.
But on top of all the pills mixed together that they were giving him too.
Oh, sure, for the pain. Yeah. Yep. That doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, that's one of those weird tragic stories.
Yo, what's his name? Got a
Tragic.
text message from him, didn't he? Wasn't it Chris Jericho? Or no. Sorry, there was a interview I seen talking about when Chris Benoit did what he did, and he had either called him, didn't get an answer, or texted him and didn't get an answer back or something. But Chris said something somewhere that he was trying to either get a hold of him or do something like.
Who was trying? Who a lot of he's. Who was trying to get a hold of who?
Jericho.
I was like, yo, okay.
I'm sorry, but Jericho was trying to get a hold of Benoit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard. Jericho. Then it was like a lot of he was trying to get a hold of him, and I was trying to figure out who was. So Jericho was trying to get a hold of Benoit.
Yeah,
during
or Jericho was told at one point like to get in touch with him for something.
Okay.
I can't remember. I seen an interview about it.
Oh, you're going over to.
I'm just trying something different. All right, so I think we need to find a new camp. So I just dinged.
Okay.
I'm not saying this is the camp. I'm just saying in general.
We'll see what this does, like camp wise.
My
If one of them
guess
die.
is we need to go down through. Yeah, I'm fine. I've gotten arrogant like you with valleys. I'm
I
good.
got this.
There's like 8 people on. You're like half health.
I'm
okay.
fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's what happens.
So side
we
note,
do it,
I won't
man.
go too deep into
Okay,
it.
let's wander
because-
down
hold up.
toward.
Okay, wait. Too many people talking at once. What was the side note?
I know. I was saying side note while I was whatchamacallit, my salad out there. It was pretty good, not gonna lie. But I read this article that unfortunately we lost a US reporter and also another US reporter was injured. Either today, I think it was today, or or this morning or some shit.
Oh,
In Ukraine.
yeah. Well, and we've yeah, and there was also a bunch of like local Ukrainian reporters that work for some of the broader affiliates. They're, I guess, affiliated with, say, like Fox News, CNN, some of the bigger news authorities out there. And yeah, it's been crazy, man. Be like, man, can't we just get a satellite up on this piece and just like record it from up there? Like, what?
Yeah, it'd be a lot safer, dude. They said supposedly
Concord.
to meet tomorrow.
Concord.
Oh, that's right. Hold up. Yeah, hold on. I actually forgot about him.
I was looking like somebody's back there.
Okay, hold up. So let me stick this guy to you, and then I will stick this guy to you. All right, there we go. Like, totally forgot about it.
I just happened to look over my shoulder like, hang on, let me go and just kind of scan as everybody's rolling out.
But yeah, that's horrible. That's just while you're doing that, I'm gonna go get something, like get some water and stuff, because my throat is about to die on me.
Yep, no worries. I'm not 100% positive where I'm heading out to.
West Downs, whatever.
Basically,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of check the plains out here
Cool.
and
Alright.
see. I don't know, because stuff that I remember isn't there anymore.
Right.
As
right.
far as, so I kind of just wander into areas like, how about this?
Darkness
What is
Falls
this
is open, I believe.
To Alb.
I think it says it's neutral right now.
Okay. Well, hold up. I'll be right back.
Yep.
I don't know if that still exists.
What's neutral?
Darkness Falls, I think.
Oh.
I looked at the bonuses and it says neutral, but I don't know if that's like
It says Darkness Falls still hip.
Oh, it does on yours?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to hit update or something? Let me see.
/realm. Scroll down.
Oh, okay. I was just using the war map.
Oh. Yeah, if I type in /realm, Darkness Falls is still hidden.
Yeah, see, you just taught me something new.
Oh, yeah? That's an old school one, man.
Yeah, I forget all that stuff.
Yet, weirdly enough, this is the advantage of me being stuck in that time frame.
Right.
I remember all of it. I remember all of that stuff. All right, so let's see. What do we have? Let's look at the teleporter. So the teleporter tells me that I have West Downs is 33 to 39. All right, so let's check out in the plains. That would be a sweet spot. If I can get a couple of things that are red.
I'm back. Also, don't forget that there's that kind of that gully area right up above the hill, above West Downs.
Over here.
That might be. They said like the West Downs is 30 whatever. There's
Well,
like that
I think
gully
that's
area
to
that's
port
like
there,
right
but
before.
they would include the plains and stuff like that. I have figured out that tends to be how they've broken stuff up a little bit.
Because there used to be a camp right up, like right behind the West Downs camp. Like I'm sorry, like the area there. There used to be like some like bandits or something. You know, like the tents and stuff back behind there.
Yeah, so I was reading in the Discord for the Celestius. They said, here, matter of fact, let me read it so I can get it verbatim so I don't botch it. Announcements, excuse me. Everyone, as there has been a lot of community backlash about the OF event, with the daily reboot, we will end the OF event early and go back to NF.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder, I wonder if the only thing people don't like about the OF is the keeps. OF used to be very, very, very fun.
Yeah, especially more for open type of, like especially if you're trying to go out there and do like the open type of fighting and stuff.
Right.
It was really, really good for that.
DA said that he was heading to the Ukraine.
Okay. Well, good luck out there, buddy.
Hey, don't forget your chopsticks.
Yeah, don't forget don't forget the bottle rockets. More than your chopsticks. Don't forget the bottle rockets, man.
Just send those jokers over there now. I'm surprised you haven't done that already. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah.
Was the one you were talking about. I loved Eddie. Eddie was awesome. The thing was, and this is just my not knowing things. In WCW, I barely noticed he was around. It was just bad writing. And in WWE, whatever it was at that time, Eddie was awesome.
Oh yeah.
When he would sit there and play on this is stuff that I like. Probably drives Jared crazy, but I like it. Where he would sit there and throw a guy a chair who would not hit him with the chair, but he would act like he got hit with a chair. And the ref would get him disqualified because he was like, I got hit with a chair, and then he wave at him while getting reprimanded by it. I thought that was hilarious.
I mean,
easily one of my favorite things he ever did. I lie, I cheat, I steal. He says it right there in the front of the song. There's no question what his character is.
oh no, I don't have any problems working the heel, like trick, like they did it smart.
He was a heel at that point.
They did it smart. Well, but I mean, it was the heel.
I know it. Yeah,
it was the heel way of working. But it was done smart. The timing on it was right. it didn't look like the referee was cooperating or just being a complete dunce. A little bit of a dunce, but just not like why in the hell are you even employed anywhere? Period.
How do you breathe? How does breathing work?
Sasha Banks said he was a big influence on her career. I think she even came out in one of his jackets.
Oh yeah. She did a whole thing. Sasha Banks. She did a whole.
Absolutely.
She did
and she does the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Every so often.
Yep.
I think he was a very, very influential person of how do I say this? Like towards how heels can be, like people like you could still be a heel but still be the, sly guy at the same time. Like
someone can still be a fan of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there's
isn't
reasoning behind
isn't
the
that
madness.
what I mean, talking about, I'm gonna always try to gravitate back to Hall at this point. Isn't that kind of what he did? It was cool.
It's cool to be the bad guy.
It's cool to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Also like the low
Because
riders
up
too.
until
Oh,
then,
yeah.
no one really,
See, you also like the lowriders.
right. Because up until and this is, I have a blank. This is my time warp area, so you gotta correct me if I'm wrong here. Up until then, bad guys were clear bad guys, like not good guys, not sort of like you want to pull for them bad guys until they were about to maybe flip over.
The Horsemen were the first I could remember.
Okay.
Because the Horsemen were, I mean, again, especially with Ric Flair. Yeah, I mean,
True.
there's just so much personality.
You gotta love them.
Yeah.
Love to hate them.
And I think Flair by himself too was, and Flair, and so the thing too with Flair is that you gotta remember the territory days. It was a little bit different because Flair would go and travel. Which is why he was the world champion, because he would literally travel worldwide,
right?
As the champ with the belt and all that stuff. And because there wasn't the internet, because there wasn't like tape swapping days or anything like that, you go into a territory you didn't know. Like Rick would work either as a heel or a face depending on who he was facing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he probably, really, to be honest, was probably one of the true to form first that people would just, they were fans of Ric Flair, whether he was working as a heel or not.
Sure.
And
all right.
Yep.
Quick pause. So these guys are red to me. So
okay,
if we get one, if we get more than one,
you're a pal. You got it.
I got it. I'm good.
You're good.
It's all
good.
All good, bro.
Speaking of Ric Flair, to bring the shit, we got 3.
Y'all might want to run.
All right, sounds good. On it.
Yo.
Oh shit! I left my heretic.
Yeah, hold up. I'm getting my.
Auto run for the win.
Did you get 3?
I did.
I can try and heal you.
Do what you can do.
Okay, now we're at 2.
Yeah, I was like, do what you can do. Not all reds are created equally.
So
the Getting Work podcast.
Flair.
I was going to say the Getting Work the Getting Work podcast is not condone racism in any form.
I love the fact that you were the good guy on that. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. I'm switching back and forth with my other character too, so I'm getting my third out there, getting some casting in. We might actually handle this.
Oh, we got it.
So do you guys know who the UFC fighter Michael Chandler is? Have you
I
ever heard of him?
Don't, but I've also not really been able to follow UFC the way I used to.
So he did a he won against Dan Hooker. You got one off to your left too. He did a UFC fight against Dan Hooker, and I'll read this to you and let me know if this stands out. Right. So this is in his ending of his thing. He said this. He goes, "I got to get something off my chest. I'll tell you all this. This is the greatest moment in my professional life. Conor McGregor, surprise, surprise. There's a new king in the lightweight division. Dustin Poirier, your time is coming. And Khabib, if you ever do see fit to grace us with your presence back here in the UFC octagon in your quest for 30-0, you know you got to beat somebody. So beat me if you can."
Damn.
And so he took a spin on Ric Flair's promo.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. It was like
And-
a nice little poetic thing.
Me,
Put in
like
there.
bringing Khabib back. Bringing anybody that can bring Khabib back.
Yeah,
No, that'd be one I'd watch.
Khabib is godly, man.
All right. 3.
Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see him back in a ring again. His mother asked him never to never fight again. It's unfortunate because the talent is
Mm-hmm.
beyond belief. I mean,
One down and
just
we
a,
have a
just a side
life.
note, because I know you guys will go back to talking about that, but since you know about Khabib, man, the ability that this man had,
Oh.
I don't know if you guys seen
Oh.
this fight or not, but when he was fighting Justin Gaethje, and he was going to he ended up going for like a rear naked, and then instead of, he didn't want to like choke him out in front of his family and friends that were there, so he switched it to like an arm bar in mid fight. Like he went from having the rear naked about to choke him out to swapping it with flawlessly to make him just tap out because he didn't want to choke him out in front of his that right there. It's
Oh yeah. Oh
See,
yeah.
that's
Ollie Bear
cool.
is a fucking
That's cool.
monster.
Yeah, Khabib. Yeah, dude. You can't mess with that guy.
Khabib's a badass.
Yep.
Oliveira is a badass. I want to see Oliveira and fucking Khabib.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Khabib
a
would demolish
jiu-jitsu
him.
match.
I'm telling you, there's nobody that could beat Khabib, bro. Khabib's demolishing it. That's at Hamzat Chimaev. The dude in his first 4 fights in the UFC. That's first. Them Russians, they're something. They are. They are. Yeah, Hamzat in his first 4 fights in the UFC got hit one time. One time.
Dude, that Sambo shit's no joke. You guys still on Alb?
We are.
User.
You got room for 2? I have 2 level 7 little homies.
Level 7.
Mm-hmm.
I can drop my 3rd. We'll have to.
Yeah.
There's a height requirement.
Oh, both my guys are
Um,
short.
If it's
The
a
shortest
height
economy is-
requirement, my
Well,
3rd
I-
definitely clears it.
I changed that. There's an internet requirement.
Oh, okay, well,
A certain download speed required.
I got like a solid 4 megabytes.
Nope, not gonna do it. We need 4.5 at least.
Hey, on a good day, I get like 25 kilobytes per second. So
Reformat the
But
computer
look
and
at you.
then come back.
Beast mode.
let's did it. Yeah, right there. So where the boy's at?
West Downs area.
How are we
Actually,
doing
just
on,
south of
XP
it.
and stuff like that. Oh, look
How
at
did
you.
I take aggro off you?
No. Come back here. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm doing the talking to the screen that Jared does.
Okay. I'm sorry, what now? Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, the... Nah, man, I'm barking demands at them
Over here,
bitches.
over here,
Like,
over here.
Get your ass... I
Oh, where do you
said,
think you're going? No, no, no.
Oh,
Look at
no.
me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Don't even play with me right now. I think I finally got some armor I can wear.
Been naked this whole time? That's pretty embarrassing.
Well, no, actually, I guess it went to someone else. I've just been getting this. I've been getting the same two types. So I've been getting arms and legs.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
That's
to be
it.
any rhyme or reason.
And the rest of it's stuff I can't wear.
Okay, I'm coming to the west now.
Ah, shit, I had to heal you and I have aggro.
Crap.
Hold up. Which one is it? There we go.
Sorry. Alright, I'm trying to heal you again.
Yep. Should be okay now. I'm switching back and forth between screens, so I'm not always seeing it. Only have to do that when there's 3.
This place is scary. Everything's so purple.
What's your tune name?
Necro Pitbull.
Requires connection.
A good one.
You should have named it that though. It has. Hotspot requires connection.
Do want to put him in a place where when I log in, I'm not instantly dead. All right, we're ready.
Yes, sir. Me and my sleeves and my feet are all I need. It's all I need.
What kind of armor do you need?
Chain, and basically anything that's not arms or feet. Because that's literally all I can get somehow.
Damn, bro. All I'm getting
Yeah,
is plate
it does
and
that.
Cloth.
Yeah, that too. I'm getting a lot of plate and cloth.
Oh wait, I have legs.
I'll take it.
I got rare balance, chest piece, and head helmet.
Oh, that'll work. Yeah, I can actually, So we need to heal Julix though.
He's good.
Hold up.
Nope.
Not good.
It's good.
Oh shit! Sprint.
Got the stun off.
Oh,
Not today, coppers. Not today. Today, we fight. Or in this case, just tickle the mobs.
got it.
Oh no. Nope. Mm-mm. No sir. I don't like that, buddy. Oh, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Oh.
Oh shit, I gotta run again.
Run away, run away.
Gosh, dang it. No, no! For Sparta! Oh my god.
This guy's at like 5, 4.
Ah, crap.
What?
I got
Woo!
company.
Oh, good grief.
Oh, of course. Oh, homie, what the fuck? Don't run. Don't. Dang it. Oh, I see. Look at that guy fucking sitting down on the job. Get chased by a fucking bird and he's just chilling.
It's called getting his connection, I mean his mana back.
Exactly. I'm like, come on. One. I can do this.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that stupid basilisk.
I think we could have won it.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I do enough damage to make him angry?
I don't know, but I appreciate it.
I'll release and then come back.
Ah.
Sounds.
Oh, well.
Okay. One. It's this guy. And then.
If I could have just got my cabbie back up.
Bust downs. There we go. And that.
All right, where am I?
Looks like you're right at the bridge. So you probably.
Well, and my other dude was over here in Cots.
Oh. There should be a porter there, though, right?
Did they're not always. No, I've got a healer, I've got a hastener. Do we need another slot? Do I need to log my Thurk?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Pickle got his damn pickle stream stuck to me. He's always looking for a fucking carry, man.
I'm just trying to cross streams, bro. Come here.
Nah, you get
Don't cross streams. Don't do
Always
it.
looking for a fucking carry, man. It's crazy.
I just want you to cross streams with me.
Don't do it.
Damn. Pickle just pulled a cockatoo or whatever the hell it is. A basilisk.
You serious?
Yo, it pulled itself.
It pulled itself.
I
Come
was
here, come
minding
here,
my
come
own
here. No.
business. He did.
And that's where I go this way. Damn cockatrice. Man, can you go away, dude? Chill out, basilisk. Thank you. Oh shit, I ran too close.
Got too close to the
Coming
sun.
with the res, don't worry. Oh,
Where is everybody at this point?
I would say for you, just get back to the West Down
Okay.
area because we need somebody to help
Yep.
keep those fools off everybody. Get this guy. This guy.
This guy. These guys.
These guys over
first
here.
It's Pickle and Pock
Over
killing
here.
us, and now it's Pickle out here.
I'm
Oh, I
actually
got like a
that's
wall
like
of these
going to,
jokers.
bro. I'm trying to just get you guys wiped as many times as possible.
It never ends with this guy, man. It just doesn't.
It's called sabotage. Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage. Man, I low key like the new necromancer a little bit more.
New
Want
as
to
in
summon
old
the ice
or new
sword
as
and
in
shit
new?
and just wreck people.
Are you talking about what's on live right now or what's
Yeah. Yeah, the dude with the ice sword you can summon.
oh
A
right,
melee spec.
right.
All right. I am at West Downs.
Oh shoot! I might have to go to this concert, dude.
Right now.
No, what? What concert am I gonna go to at 3 o'clock in the morning? The fuck?
It's 3 a.m.
Kraken
So
convention.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Incubus, their 2022 tour.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Sublime, Rome, and the Aquadolls.
look at our Sublime in ages.
I just care about Incubus. My girl will probably care about Sublime. But I only want to see Incubus. I saw them once back in the day, and I also saw Red Hot Chili Peppers like a couple months after that.
Nice.
Incubus has always been one of my favorite bands.
All about the
Oh,
flock of
ridiculous.
seagulls. Flock of
Fucking
seagulls.
seagulls. It was ridiculous.
You ever heard of the Black Keys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh wait. So you're not driving your pally right now?
No, I was stuck to you because I was trying to get my other dude.
Okay. Well, I'm not going
There.
down there till you're
No,
actually
no,
running.
you're fine.
Yeah.
I was more so just kind of in case you moved,
Mm.
you'd have somebody with you. I could see
Well,
it.
make sure you guys pray at your
You know what I mean?
graves.
Yay, I'm here.
I had before, and then a random cockatrice came and said hello.
Hi.
Pickle. The cockatrice's name was Pickle.
Oh,
Oh, so you a pickle?
Yeah, okay.
yeah, that guy. Kill that guy.
Pickle Rick.
This dude.
Yeah, that guy. That guy needs all the death.
Oh,
Pickle Rick.
smack him with my shield. Maybe I'll even use my chance. There we go.
Hey, that would help.
Throw those in. Might as well. It's like an easy button. Sometimes you gotta see just how it goes.
I hate this pop filter.
Alright. What we got going over here? This people's over here.
Yeah, forget this pop filter for right now. It's not happening.
Alright.
Just need a new
Stick
desk.
you there. Are you ready?
I said, well, I got 2 graves.
Oh.
Actually, I have 2 graves.
It's because he died twice.
But normally, like back old school, like you would just your grave would just get replaced.
No, it's not that way in here. I saw one guy legitimately he had at least 15 graves all in one spot.
Nice.
It's like a whole level. A whole
It
level
was,
of graves.
it was legitimately like if he had prayed, he'd have just been like, dang, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Get back to stick to him. This good grief.
And here we go.
Most famous lines ever from Heath.
1,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4.
Oh my jeez.
Anybody has a stun, now's the time.
Good grief.
Alright, well make sure you get a hit in on all of them just in case I have to heal you.
Yep, I am attempting to do that now.
How many of them are there?
4.
A lot.
Okay, hold up.
Oh, I got one aggro. God damn it.
Got it
Back here.
stunned.
I need to heal him. Fuck. Quick.
Should be good. Get a couple of these guys on them. Yeah, I'm good. Alright. Don't drop one of you jokers. Just need one down. Alright. You're down. What does my armor look like at this point? Okay. Nice
Alright,
job,
that's
nice job. It's good to know that at least some people you're able to hit a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to keep fiddling with these jokers. What do you think?
Yeah, they do seem to want to.
3 is manageable. 2 is even better. 4.
That's a bit rough.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if we can. Let's
Dude,
stick up.
I ain't gonna lie. Now would be a good time to, before the start. Well, since we're still up, now would be a time for me to grab my bar, you guys to grab your 50s, and we just go enjoy a little bit of Old Frontiers. We just go kill some people. Don't even worry about doppelgangers. None of that. Oh yeah, Pickle. They're I don't know if you read that. They're taking away the Old Frontiers tonight.
Yeah. I'm ready to go back into POC to level instead of fucking suffering.
To be fair, I probably don't have much longer.
That's actually kind of what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It's like 3 a.m. for me. And unfortunately, I have an early meeting. Well, moderately early meeting tomorrow. Early for me.
I get 6 a.m. every morning till September.
Ugh.
Pickle, what characters do you have 50?
Just my bard and my enchanter.
Do you have your ring for your enchanter?
Yeah.
Is it max?
No.
Do you want to duo when they get off for just a little bit?
Yeah, I'd probably be
Oh.
down for that.
I'll bard, you chant. I slept till, well, since I did that 9-hour stream yesterday, I slept till like 5 p.m. today.
Oh, good grief.
I'm like fucking up, and I don't go to work until 3. So I'm
Oh, hey, there you go.
trying to like maximize my my time. Like I should be getting to. I have the yawns, but like I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, I could definitely go to sleep. For sure.
All right, I got one more pull. Let's call it a night there.
That works for me.
Let me heal up. I don't want the last pull to be a death, so. All right, let's roll, Paco. Got those all locked in. Good, good, good.
Back up a little bit more. Yeah, you got more coming.
Crap.
Uh-oh.
Ah. Yeah, if I turn and look at those others, I'm never going to get there.
So, all right, now let's take this guy.
Got it.
Good job.
We lost one. No! Concord!
Yeah. Message for you, sir. Hold up for me. Accept. Go. Were you mortally wounded? Oh, I think I'll be fine, sir. Actually, no, I think I'll be quite all right.
Just a few bumps and scratches. Nothing major.
All right. Do we do one more to make sure no one dies on the last pull?
I think so. Once you get your health right, and then...
Yeah, right. Because there are 4 of them down there. 5 now.
That's the thing. It's like progressively getting worse.
Theoretically, we could get 3. Oh, let's see how it goes.
Yo,
We
check
could
it.
theoretically also
Hold on.
get 4.
I'll use my heretic to pull one because she's at a group. She won't pull 4.
Okay.
Oh, you man, I fell in love with this stream deck, dude.
Yeah. It's pretty damn cool, huh?
To be able to program your games right there so you can just click the one you want. It's so easy.
Yep.
You want me to pull the second one?
Yeah. 2 is not a problem. 5 is way out.
You can just die now anytime you feel like it.
Yeah, 3 honestly isn't bad. It's that 4th one. 4th one's a bit dicey.
Yeah. I think isn't the large shield can handle like blocking for up to 3 mobs
That's what it is.
to a certain
That's
point,
exactly
and
what it is.
then you know
And then it
you're
doesn't.
not as well, not as effectively.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got 4 right here. Do we take it? There's a possibility that 2 come. You know what? Here we go. All right. And then we're done.
Yeah. I think we're okay. Yeah, if you just back them on up,
Yeah.
we should be good.
If I only see 2, I don't even have to switch my screen.
Right. Oops.
I
So
got
as long as I'm not healing you too much.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Come here.
Oh yeah, Jay. Before you get off, don't forget to watch that clip. I sent you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
So
How
this
did
one's
everyone do?
Joel, I
Couple
sent it to you, too.
12s. 12 levels.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for just starting off and you're not being able to do the
Alley.
big kind of pull. Yeah, it's on a yeah.
Yeah.
Only but so much you can do, man.
Yeah. Didn't have any real deaths until the end. Hey, DA, no problem, buddy. Yeah, we'll catch up later on.
Yep. Later on, buddy.
Later, man.
All right. Well, with that, let's call it a night.
Yes, sir.
It is almost 3:30 for me. So, yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Work.
Yeah. Right. Oh, goodness.
Nah, thanks for everyone hopped on tonight. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for grouping with us. Getting some of these albums set up here.
We had a piglet sighting. I haven't seen
We
him in
did.
ages.
I know. Holy crap. Good night. But yeah, hope everyone has a good rest of the week. I know we'll be back Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be doing anything in between then and there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't want to
See how this computer
we'll
behaves.
see how it goes. Gotta leave. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, later, everybody. This is Getting Work signing out.
Later, fam.